Hello, and welcome at European Online Blitz Championship. I am Women Grandmaster Kati Tsatalashvili. This is Grandmaster Marcin Tosber.
And in the second studio, we have our lovely WFM Maria Alex.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Martin, and hi, Katie.
Hello. So, we had qualification yesterday, and we had 350 participants, from where we had 130 Grandmasters and 100 International Masters, and many title players. And how much do we have today, Martin?
Today, only top 16 people are playing. And this is the second stage, and after today we will have only 4 players left. So here we can see who is still in play.
Yeah, we can name them one by one. So we have Levan Pansulaya, the first participant of yesterday's qualification, Radoslav Wojtaszek, also one of the first qualified. Then we have Mateusz Blubaum, who had a very nice tournament. Bogdan Daniel, one of the youth player who also got a prize in his category, and we see him actually qualified further than that. I think he's 18 years old. We have Mihail Demidov, Robert Hovanesian, Alexander Indic, Gwyn Jones, Georg Meyer, David Navara, Vladimir Onischuk, Denis Ozan, Levan Panslaya, Manuel Petrosian, Eltaj Safarli, Alexei Shirov, Radoslav Wojtaszek, and Mustafa Elmas. We have these top 16 players. Today we will see the matchups, and tomorrow we will have top 4 players and also the winner of the tournament. On the side you can see the photos from David Lada, who has amazing photos and gives us beautiful photos like this one.
Okay, Katie, what are your predictions for today? Who will qualify to top 4?
That's a good question. Now let's take a look at the pairings, and we can see.
Here we have them.
Yeah, we have on the screen, and we can see. So Wojtaszek versus Meyer. What are the predictions, guys, here?
Maria?
Well, I'm rooting for Wojtaszek, obviously, but I also believe that he will be the winner. He's simply better than his opponent.
All right.
Do you agree?
I would say his elo is higher, and he's very experienced player, as well as Georg Maia. But still, I believe the Pole should qualify further, and in the next stage, the winner of that pair should play against a winner of pair Shirov Demidov. I have played both those players, but still I believe Alyosha Shirov should qualify further, and then Radek should face him, and it will be really something, in my opinion.
I agree. Hopefully, Mr. Shirov won't have any accidents, misclicks, or anything like that, because, well, I didn't get a chance to show you this, guys, but Grandmaster Shirov was actually winning one of his game. He was checkmating the king, but unfortunately he did a misclick and he gave up his queen.
Oh, really?
So that must have hurt him, but as we can see, he qualified to the top 16, so it wasn't such a step back for him.
Wait, it was with Georgian player, I think, but it was the otherwise, I think. This player, Mihail Chedlishvili, blundered the queen because
maybe
he sent this a photo today. He print screen is like, look at this. And yeah, I think Shiro was the lucky one in that game. Yeah.
You also need some amount of luck if you want to qualify to top 16 of the European Championship. So.
Yeah, that was the case when the bishop was 365 kilometers away, and the queen from G1, which you thought that he checkmated, was actually taken by Alexei Shirov. Yeah. Let's take a look at another matchups. For that, we need to zoom the screen once again. And the next, here we have Alexander Indic against Denis Ozan. Here we see huge rating gap, huge. almost 200 FIDE rating gap. But this is a Blitz tournament.
Yes,
We
exactly. And this Dennis Ozan has shown us that he played extremely well yesterday. So it will be not so easy for Alexander to show that his rating is so higher.
Yeah, it seems he fears no one.
Yep, it will be a really tough match.
Yeah. What is next? So the winner of this match will face the winner of the next match and match. We need to zoom this again, please. So it is Mateusz Blubaum and Vladimir Oniszczuk. Here we don't have a huge gap in between the ratings. And what are the predictions here?
My prediction is that Mateusz Blubaum should win because he is really well prepared in the opening stage and also a very good player. And I believe that it will be crucial factor in that match.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. Also, he is much younger than Grandmaster Oniszczuk, so I think no.
Not really, because it's not the Vladimir Oniszczuk. It's different player. He's about 20-something, so they are both quite young.
Okay.
Are they siblings or any?
No, I don't know. I don't know whether.
I believe Bulman is 23 years old. Yeah.
Oniszczuk must be about less than 30, I would say.
Okay.
Because
okay.
there was Grandmaster Oniszczuk. Actually, now he should be about 60, I believe, maybe 50 something. So it's different person, the same name, the same country, but different.
So okay, let's take a look at the next group. Here we have Levan Pantsulaja against Mustafa Yilmaz. Here we see that Mustafa Yilmaz has more rating, standard rating, but Levan Pantsulaja was the one who secured himself in the top 16 quite
convincingly.
Quite fast as well. But as you can see, Mustafa also did very well, and the difference between these players from qualification is only half point.
Yes,
no more
exactly.
than that, only half point. So they all played the amazing tournament.
So the next pair is Eltai Safali against David Navarro. And here I believe it's all about the day of David. If he's focused enough, if he's able to focus, he should qualify.
Yep. What do we have next?
So next we have Gawain Jones playing against the Romanian Grandmaster Bogdan Daniel Deac. So it's hard to predict because the difference in ELO is not very big. And still, I believe the Englishman should win, actually.
Yeah, but the difference in the age is actually big.
Yep.
In this case.
I'm actually rooting for the Romanian player. I'm not sure if you remember, we saw one example when the Romanian player won against Smirnov. And do you remember this walk with his king?
Yeah.
Across the chessboard, and then he finally checkmated the opposite king. That was really nice. So I'm actually have some feelings for him.
Yeah, actually, I didn't know
Because
about
of
this
that.
player, unfortunately, until yesterday, and I thought he was someone really experienced. About his 30s, 40s, because he has quite nice class already. And when I was checking for the results and for the prices in categories, I saw him under.
He's
18.
19. He's
Yeah,
19
and I was like
actually.
junior, and I was like, hold on, it should be some mistake. It was not a mistake actually. And the final match, today's first round is Derby, Manuel Petrosian and Robert Havanasian. So this is really interesting. We have to take a look at this game.
At least one person from Armenia will qualify further.
Okay, guys, so do you have any favorites? Hard question.
Okay,
Hard
you
question.
guys, you have Polish player you can support.
Yeah.
There is one Georgian player I can
It's
support.
quite obvious for us.
It's quite
right?
obvious who we are supporting.
But maybe you have some favorite chess players that some of our viewers don't know about.
I would like Alexei Shirov to go to the next round, maybe because he's a very nice guy and the legend actually who's playing, still playing, and he loves chess. So I will have my finger crossed for him.
Okay, I would choose David Navarra. How about you, Katie?
I agree both of you because I want Alexei to be there. I want to see his games, his crazy calculations and sacrifices, and I want to see all the creative chess from David Navarra.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I believe
And
they
I will
have
let
already
this
started.
young guy. I will let the young guy to be third person who we support. Yeah, the games have started, so we can say goodbye for a moment to Maria.
Sure,
And
I'll be back for
yes.
sure.
Great.
So let's start.
So-
Let's watch the games.
We have to analyze all the games because they are not too much.
Yeah, but they
and-
are 3 plus 2 only.
So we
3
have
minutes
to
plus
do it
2
fast.
seconds. So Radosław Wojtaszek is playing white against Georg Maia from Germany, Pole against German, and this we have a setup of eagle. So because of the pawns on a6, b6, d6, e6, it's called. So it's very a lot of pieces on the board.
Mhm.
So white has to be prepared against b5 or d5. There are main weapons of black in that position, and of course now, as we can see, white is preparing himself and just improving the position.
Yeah.
Quite a tense position. A lot of things can happen, especially in Blitz.
Yeah. So in this position, white has a space, as you can see, with the pawns, which gives its pieces more chance to maneuver. And black is a little bit passive. Just all the pieces are on the 6th rank, and as you can see. But as Martin said, if b5 or d5 is on the board, that's
Yeah.
really dangerous for
But
white.
of course, now d5, for example, is not possible from black side because of cd, ed, and e5.
Yeah.
So I would push the pawn, and you can see that the bishop from b7 is blockaded. The knight on d4 is really nicely placed. It may leap to f5 or maybe e6 is possible. So that's why in that position d5 is not possible. Okay, so let's go to the.
Let's quickly see all the games,
Yeah,
and then we
try
can come
to.
back to the ones.
So the game of two Armenians, Manuel Petrosyan against Robert Hovhannisyan, and
Did
totally
you practice to pronounce his last name
No, not
yesterday?
really.
Oh, tell us the truth.
but totally different setup. Yes, a lot of things already happened. So as we can see on the board, a lot of pieces are already exchanged. So it's quite different stuff than from Radek and Georg. But I believe white is doing well. Actually, he's winning already the first game. I believe Hovhannisyan lost his piece because now the knight protects the queen on c7.
Wait, it was
How? But,
it was a pawn. Yes, he
Yeah.
blundered the pawn. So
but now he's piece down, so it's
Yeah.
already lost for
Yeah.
black, of course. Okay, so let's move to the next game.
oh, they were finishing quite fast.
Yes.
we have end game here, and it's equal for the moment.
Levan Panstulaya against Mustafa Ilmaz.
We can meanwhile move to this rook end game, and
Bluebaum against Onishchuk Vladimir.
it looks like white is standing better because of the active rook.
Actually,
and
he's pawn up, so I would say it's more important factor than the activity, the material in that position. But I believe white should win it easily. With his technique, it's winning.
This
Okay.
game was already finished. This is Alexander Indit against Denis Ozan, and here black already resigned because white cannot
Black cannot
do
stop
more
him.
than it's
Just winning for
winning,
white, yeah.
winning for white.
Totally winning.
David lost.
David Navarra lost to Eltai Safarli. So
Yeah.
it's not a surprise. Come on, we have top 16 players after the day number 1. So
Yeah, and as I know from David, he likes to have more time to think.
Okay.
He doesn't like to have time, but he also likes blitz games. And what about this position? White has an extra pawn.
but I believe it's not enough because the king cannot cross and support the bishop. So, but maybe it may go to b1 actually and to play a3. It's the only way actually to try to sacrifice a pawn, but then to recapture it with the bishop.
Yeah, white has some chances here. And last game is Alexander Shurev, Mikhail Dimitrov. We have this endgame here.
It will be a draw after bishop b4.
Hard to get into the black's position here.
And black also cannot do anything. The knight cannot leap anywhere to attack.
There's no chance for that.
Yes, exactly. So I believe the first game will be drawn.
Yeah. Okay, we have time. We can now go back to the games, and here we have bishops are off the board. I don't know how they managed to do it, but seems like white has more chances here, or not?
Definitely he's pawn up, but still he does not have any tempo. His idea is to play king d3, king c2, and to play a4. And we have to calculate king d3, king g5, and so on.
Maybe he just needs to be king here. For example, let's do like this and just push a4 and to be in the square.
But
and then
after king g4, before king f5 is also after b5, king e6, and we can see that white won that game.
How it happened?
He didn't want to play g5, so he was forced to move the king, and that's the point.
That's what happened.
Yeah, that's what happened here, and king a5. So this pawn and king must have been lost for black. So do we have any other game left?
So
Not
we
really.
checked this, we checked everything. No, this one is it's already draw, king's endgame.
Oh, so
this is king's endgame. So here Mustafa lost against Levan Panslaya.
And how about the game of Radek Wojtaszek, because it was the most complex?
Yeah.
It was a draw here already.
Yeah.
I'm surprised actually that neither of players wanted to play further. Of course, there are plenty of possibilities in that position, but okay.
That's okay, yeah. Are they playing second? No, they are not playing second round yet. We see that it's not a chessboard at the screen of the chess player.
Yes, exactly. So now they are waiting for the second round. They play 4 games in a row against the same player, but with different color. And if it does not give a winner, so the tie 2-2 will occur, then they will play the Armageddon 5 against 4 minutes with no increment after the move.
That's really a thing in chess to play Armageddon. I've never played. I had a chance to play, and I wanted
I played once and I lost to Igor Kovalenko.
That's
he overplayed me with black, actually.
So what is Armageddon for those who don't know?
It's a game where there is no increment after the move, and white obtains more time, 5 minutes, and black got 4 minutes, and white has to win the game, and for black it's enough to make a draw. Or to win, of course, just to qualify further.
Yeah, exactly. So we're waiting a second game to start. We have Radoslav Wojtaszek, second number of this event, and I cannot recognize this player. I cannot. I'm sorry, I cannot recognize this player.
Not from that camera, actually, I would say.
Yeah,
that's the problem. That's the main problem, because I believe I know most of players playing from top 16. So I would recognize them, but with en face.
Yeah, I think
camera.
Do we have graphics of prize fund, so we can take a look at the prize fund and how much the winner will get from the total 20,000 euros. Do we have it? We will have it later on. So we have a chat open in Twitch, also YouTube and Facebook. Please feel free to write us some questions, your comments. I hope everything is going smoothly, at least today, and we don't have problems on Twitch anymore. And we have Maria in the studio. Let's check out what she has.
Hi, I'm back.
Hi.
And with a nice position to show you, because I think you've missed that, and I believe it's worth seeing. So as you can see, there are plenty of pieces on the board, but there are no queens, I think you were wondering about it yesterday. When does the endgame start, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Please
So
tell us.
the basic definition is that when the queens are
the
outside
board.
of the chessboard, right? So
She
I guess
also
we can
made
call
some
it
work
an
yesterday, you
endgame.
see?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you see in here, guys? How do you evaluate the position?
Rook c6.
Why are you spoiling everything?
Because
for
I
me?
know I see the answer.
Just pretend that you don't, and
So what
I
I
don't
don't
happened,
move on.
understand
Maria?
this move. I don't know why I should sacrifice this rook.
yes.
I don't
So
want
as
to
you can
sacrifice.
see, plenty of pieces are protecting the e5 pawn. So in order to make it free for white to capture the pawn on e5, now there is an sacrifice of an exchange. So yes, Martin, you can now capture the knight with a rook. And after the recapturing, now white is free to capture the pawn on e5. And as you can see, the bishop from b2 is looking directly at the king. So black was forced to recapture, then the other knight goes to e5, and there is a threat of a discovered attack. Yes? Do you know it? If you
Yes.
don't, now you've learned it. And it doesn't really matter where the king goes, because either way the knight can go to g4 and threaten with a fork on f6 square, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So even if you run away with this rook from e8 from the fork, it doesn't really matter because the knight will eventually go to f6 with a threat of a discovered check. Okay, so the rook went to e6, and now knight to f6. Can you see what's happening right now?
This is play of knights here. This is
Yeah,
really, really
yeah.
beautiful. I like this game very much.
Yes, so as we can see, there are some double pawns on c-file, and this endgame will be winnable for white.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree?
I don't know. Show it.
Yes, so after a while, unfortunately, Ozan Deniz, who was a leader yesterday for some quite time, he unfortunately lost his first game.
Yeah.
Okay,
How
and
do you
that's
do
it.
it that you don't touch the screen and it's moving?
We had some update, you know.
We're improving.
Yeah.
It's called a pilot, and you can do it
Pilot.
remotely, and I don't really have to touch anything.
Okay.
So this is
yeah.
the 21st century. I'm not sure if you know it.
Perfect.
All right, I
You're
cannot
aware of that.
see the second game of these players, Indic and Ozan. They finished already? No, they don't finish. Okay, we can move Mario to
Sure. I'll
to-
see you soon.
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
And thank you to handle Marcin. I will control him for,
Yes,
for
please
the
do.
next time. We are two women in the studio, so Marcin, be careful with us. We can stand next to each other and
Yeah, I
be
know. I
stronger.
believe.
So in this game we have Ozan Deniz and Alexander Indic, and if we're hoping for some Armageddon game, then we should support Deniz Ozan, and then we're gonna see Armageddon for sure. But for the moment, I believe that Alexander is doing just fine, and
Yeah, Black is doing well. Standing
he's very
well.
a lot far away from losing this. And on the screen you can see him. He's actually a very nice person, and also a very, very strong chess player. We have to quickly move to the next game, where David Navarra also needs to win the game to stay in this tournament. Otherwise, it will be no.
Now we have 4 games.
I think. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That's
still
okay.
still
That's
they
okay,
have
David,
more
then.
games, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's.
But he will not qualify to the next.
No, I believe
Next,
that
like he can fight
If-
for top 4 places.
as far as I understand, they play 4 games, and
Mhm.
after 4 games, then they qualify further or not. So
Yeah, I know.
only 2 of them. Yeah.
The thing is that okay, let's take a look at this after this
All right, of
round. So
course.
once again we can take a look at this. We're gonna have clear results in that, and we can see who goes farther. So what do you think about this position? Bishop takes d6 was the last move.
Of course, queen took on d6 for sure because it's. Oh, maybe bishop c3 is also to be considered.
Queen took it, and now we have this position.
Who's on move? Black. Black is on move, and there is a threat of taking on c4 with the rook. So I believe we can see both players. And David very focused, of course. He's also lately he had written a book from his games. There are 64 games of his, analyzed deeply.
Wow.
So it's worth to check it, of course.
Yeah, and he analyzes the games as computer.
Yeah, exactly. When I was playing against him, it was I couldn't understand. I couldn't follow him. But actually, when playing against such a strong player, it's always hard to calculate as fast as him.
Yeah.
When I was playing once against Vishian, and he was showing me what he was calculating. I believe I have checked 2% what from his mind. It was
I had
really totally different level.
I had him at the studio. I was interviewing him after the game, and he was telling me the variations. I was like, my eyes were just frozen. I was like, what is he talking about? Like I was on move 5, and he was move 20 already.
Yes, exactly. Extremely fast talking, showing with his finger, and so I was looking.
And he had
really
lots of comments about like, poor girl, she can't follow him.
I'm not surprised actually. I would also feel the same.
Yeah.
I felt the same when I analyzing. Luckily, Radek Wojtaszek came there and rescued me actually because I couldn't understand the word from time to time. I couldn't follow the variations. Okay,
we
let's
have to
switch.
get back to our chessboard. Give us a chessboard.
So what happens here? Hovhannisyan against Petrosyan.
I think he has some chances here now.
Yeah, he will take back the exchange. So rook b5 will be played most probably.
Yeah,
Yes,
here.
bishop f8, queen will take on f8, maybe king. Oh, queen, all right.
Queen f5.
But after queen f5, I can play either g6 or rook to b2.
Yeah.
So but after rook b2, there might be some danger. So g6 was played. Queen d7 will be played, I believe. So to attack with rook c1 and rook c8, but I see such a variation. Queen f6 was played, alright, so after rook b2 he prepared e6, so the rook is under the attack. Also he wants to grab the pawn on f7, so most probably white will play black will play queen to e8, and after rook c1 I can take on a5 for example. So actually queen f8 played. I believe white has to try queen d7, rook c1. Of course, you cannot take on d6 because of the ed, and here d7. I will give a check on c8, and I will just promote the queen. So you cannot grab the pawn. He took on b2, g3 because the first rank was really weak. d4. What happens if I just take this pawn with the queen?
That's a good question. It just
happened
happened
in a game, of course.
Yeah.
And now queen d7 back because there is a threat of rook c8, pinning the queen and the king.
Yeah. e6.
e6.
Oh my god, e6.
Rook c7. You cannot take on e6 because queen will
Queen
take.
takes on e6.
Rook e1, of course. King g2. Only move.
Robert has a chance to save
h4.
the match.
Queen f7. Queen f7, and it's over for black actually, I believe. Queen d4 as well is winning. Queen f7 played.
Rook takes?
Yes, of course. And then rook b7, rook e6, and rook
b6.
b6. I will take the pawn on
b6.
a6, and this.
This is winning because white has two extra.
Yeah, two extra pawns.
Yeah, so we have a comeback of Robert Hovhannisyan, and we might have Armageddon.
No.
Very likely.
Okay. So what happens in the game of Vladimir Oniszczuk and Matthias Blubaum? Actually, black is doing extremely well. The pawn is just going knight on c3, brilliant knight, and now just the king will go, and it's over for
the queen side.
Yes, it's over for sure. It's
Matthias,
totally winning.
we have on the screen with some soda, with some banana and chocolate bars. He's ready for today's games.
Yes, of course, and he won that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won that game quite quite convincingly. So what we have this Romanian player Bogdan Daniel Deac against Gawain Jones. So king is improving his position, and rook to f3. Is it a perpetual if I try?
Was it a draw in the first round? I don't remember it.
Me neither. And if
Let's take a look at this.
Do we have the result? No, not really. So what was the result in the first game? I don't remember.
If somebody remembers, I can read the chat. Please write it as
Now it will be a draw for
in
sure.
chat. And forgive us that we can't remember the result, because we already analyzed a couple of
Yeah.
games in the morning, so in the afternoon.
So
One
more game where Alexander Indic is trying to win against Denis Ozen, but it will be a draw, I believe, but not really.
King comes on f3.
Yeah, king e2 and the bishop, and
F2.
I believe that we will see the position where black will have to mate. Yes, mate with bishop and the knight against the king. So but I believe that Alexander Indic will do it really quickly. He just need to grab the opponent first. He will do it.
Knight is going. Knight is on the way.
Yep. It's not a problem for such a
Give me the
grandmaster.
pawn.
For such a
And also,
grandmaster
you
to
can
win.
see the Dennis face. He knows that. Alexander knows. It's like
Yeah.
he knows that I know that he knows.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. So both of them know that this position is totally lost for.
So now king should get on a1 to be mated. For the
Yes.
moment, it's still on the king side. That's not the right side. But now knight should start to do W. Is it doing W, or it's
No,
some
not really.
drunk knight moves?
Now it's of course she's
Yeah,
actually
here we have
forcing white king to go to the.
bishop comes.
Yep, exactly, and the
Now
knight
knight will
comes.
take d1 square.
Yeah, knight f2,
Beautiful.
king d4, king c2, king c4, and the king will be forced to go to b1, and after bishop d2.
Bishop d2. King is there. Now knight will. Yeah, this is winning. This is the technique. This
Yeah.
is beautiful.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys have to clip this game from the moment of knight and bishop and c and learn how to do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna
Yeah,
do
of
it because
course.
it's so tricky. Yeah, we have Maria in the studio. Let's see what she has for us.
Hi.
As usual, something really interesting. So hi again. I have a position from a game between Panchualdiali Limza Mustafa, who's from Turkey. I believe you know it. So, as you can see, white has some kind of a battery made of queen and the rook on the f file. So we might assume that there is going to be an attack on the black's king. So what is black trying to do? Black is playing bishop to b5 because he's trying to get rid of the rook on f1, right? But
Right.
it doesn't really matter because white can actually take the pawn on the g6. And what is he threatening to do? If black is going to take the knight on the rook on f1, it doesn't really work because the knight can go to h5, right? And after the escape of the king to h8, then we can check the king with a queen on f6, and after the bishop to g7, we can capture the bishop, and that's a checkmate. Let me
Alright.
show it to you.
But what happens if I just after bishop f1, knight h5, king g6, and then king h7 and king h8? That's my question.
Once again,
Queen
king
f6.
to g6, yes.
King h7. King goes on h7, queen takes f7, and I just go to h8 with the king. And after queen f6, I come back.
So that would be a perpetual check,
At least.
at least. Let's see if we can do anything else. How about knight to f6?
Bishop d3.
That's a nice one. Okay. Queen to g6 right now.
Queen f8.
Hey guys, make on the board at least, because I didn't follow that.
After queen g6, I play queen f8.
Okay. if I go knight to f6, then
Bishop
you
d3.
can, or queen to g7. I was thinking, but
Then you can make a draw. Bishop d3 is winning.
yeah.
All right.
So that would be a perpetual check for white, right?
Right.
So he didn't saw it. He didn't see it, so we have to go back, right? And I can do it with my pilot.
Old habits die hard.
So he didn't capture the rook, and because of that, he unfortunately lost the game, because after knight to h5,
Oh wow.
queen f7 is coming, right? And there are some unpleasant things coming to black.
Unfortunate events.
Yes, and now he loses his queen because he
Oh,
cannot
Yeah.
escape with it.
Yeah, but good information for Levin and also other players who lost. We have four rounds,
Yeah,
and
at this stage.
Marcin just won a mini battle between two of us. I have to admit that. But don't worry, Maria, we're getting stronger and stronger. Let's talk about the contest that we are having today.
Sure.
So we have a contest for our viewers. It is related to chess. We have chess questions. We are starting with very easy, then a little bit hard, and then we have bonus question for Marcin. Let's see if he can guess that. And no way. So let's see what do we have as gifts.
What do we have?
Oh, okay, let's see first.
Okay,
the
let's start with the
questions.
question.
So the first question is, where did the game of chess come from? This is, I think, most of the fans know about this.
Sweden, of course.
And we
Did you say Sweden?
we can move to the next
You
question.
know that some people may think that you are serious.
It's not my fault.
Let's see the next question. We're gonna have 3 questions. What is highest FIDE Blitz rating scored by a chess player ever? So,
I don't know. Do you know?
what is the highest? I know because I checked this contest.
Nice.
So, but I didn't know that.
I don't
I was
have any
trying
clue,
to play
actually.
along, and I was actually.
I would have to guess or check or guess. If I have to guess, it's over 2900, but nothing more I know.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
can guess the player and also the number what can be highest in Blitz. And third question, please, on the screen. What was Aljohin's, one of the favorite chess players of many of us, favorite pet?
I would
Crazy
bet for
questions.
pigeon.
I would bet for a parrot.
Parrot. Like a
Yes.
pirate.
Okay, Katie, I am doing this one. The fourth one, which is a bonus one. Let
For him.
us see it. For Martin and also for you guys.
Who is the most handsome man in the studio?
I would say no one. Okay.
Hey!
So that's a bonus question for you. Why don't artists win chess tournaments?
Actually, I know the answer because I've seen it already.
Who showed it to him?
Got you.
You shouldn't say that. We wanted to give you the bulb you like so much, but now you will not get that. You will not get that.
Obviously, we are kidding
Don't
with
be,
the bonus
don't
question.
be honest in your life as far as I
Yeah.
can
So
see.
so what is the type of our contest? We had these 3 questions. I hope you guys remember those questions. If not, we can have those questions on one side maybe time to time, and you have to answer all these questions one by one. So we have one answer already, India, and then other is they draw. So please make all these answers in one comment all together, and you will win prizes. And our prizes are
the best ones.
yeah, those beautiful, like so that bulb for Christmas with the logo. We also have some
Memory card?
memory cards, some notebooks, which we don't have here, and
I
pens,
have.
and also Maria has something
Maria
else.
Yeah,
took all
sure.
of them.
Okay, so I have a notebook. Just as you can see, you can open it and you
What
can
is it?
write in it. So obviously you can put all of your chess variations in it
Mm-hmm.
if you don't use a computer for it. And if you do use a computer, you can have some your notes there and your computer here. If you don't have a computer, you can just take it and put your groceries in it, as Katie does.
Oh my God, Mario, when you said that!
Because it's true, finally.
I don't put groceries. I
Yeah,
put
I
my
just saw
makeup
some
there.
broccoli in it, so please don't lie to
Yeah,
me.
broccoli, yeah. I have smelled it.
So this is the beautiful gift that you will get if you answer all the questions correctly. Please do that, write us in the chat. I see some of the correct questions too. And
We have the third
Anna,
round,
is that
right?
you?
We have
Is
the
that you?
we have the third round, right?
Yeah, we have
already?
third round. Okay, we have to take back
Yeah.
chessboard to us. Thank you, Mario,
Yeah,
very much.
I will see you.
Yeah, you will come later, hopefully. And we have this game, Radoslav Wojtaszek and Georg Meyer. Please have us the chessboard back.
Yeah. Here you can see the prizes, and now we see the games. Totally different way of handling the position with white.
Did Radoslav Wojtaszek just misclicked? Where? Which move? Which move he misclicked? Let's see. Let's see from the beginning. Yeah, very
Right.
quickly. So we have Nimzowicz.
G4.
G4. Is this?
No, it's I believe it was on purpose. It was just GF was possible.
Which move is misclicked?
I don't know which one is missing. G4 is like rather Alexei Shirov move. If you just move your bishop from f8, Alexei would probably immediately play G4. So G4 is okay because, but now I believe he. Oh no, he couldn't take. So I believe it's not a misclick any time. Queen D3, it's regular position, of course.
Queen D7 was played here with Georg Meyer and already long castle. Oh, it was Georg Meyer. Yeah, we couldn't recognize him from this
Yeah,
angle.
okay, but now we can.
Now you can. They zoom for us.
Yes, but I believe that black is doing quite well in that position, to be honest. Ivan can play sort of CDR bishop f3 immediately, but I believe he will play king b8 just to secure the king. And now some things like f5. So king b8 was played actually.
Oh, hold on. C5 was the suggestion that it was misclicked instead of D5.
No.
Instead of D5 here.
Yeah, d5.
Looks, although very typical.
But yeah, c5. Maybe c5 is not the most move, but d5 is also quite. Yeah, it's playable, of course, but is it a misclick? I wouldn't say. It's different way of handling with that position. But here I believe CD Queen D4 and black is doing extremely well. The Rook B1 is the only, but here okay, almost made Queen D2, Queen D1. But here I believe black is just winning because he's 2 pawns up, and after Queen, all right, E5 secures the position F3. Now Queen A2 even, I can take the pawn on A2 and I'm just winning with black. So okay, let's move to the next game where Manuel Petrosyan is playing against Robert Hovhannisyan. The material is even, but black is better because of the bishop. If we have the pawns on both sides, it's better to have a bishop in that position. Rook C4 will be played for sure, just to Rook A6 attacks the pawn, A4. Quite a tense position.
Why black can create a pass pawn from G6 H5. That's I think what.
Oh, knight E4 comes now.
Oh no.
But the king
H4, it's possible.
Yep, but king F3 now I believe will be played. Bishop will have to run away, and then knight E4. Then the king on H4 will also be under the big attack. Knight E4 here, and for example Rook C1, just to create the mating net.
Robert is not happy. Robert is not happy.
He took the knight. How did it come? Why didn't he play knight E4, king F3,
oh
and
my god.
what happened?
Wait.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh no.
Yes, because here. Stop it, computer. B4, bishop D6, A5, and he means that after bishop C5, there is a check, and now he loses the rook, and white is just winning on the spot. So, what a pity. What a disaster, actually. Okay.
She
Vladimir
is so disappointed with that move.
Vladimir Oniszczuk should lose against Matthias Bluebaum. Alright, because after the third round we can say that some players may qualify to the higher stage, right?
Yeah, higher stage.
So here, of course, 2 rooks will be much better than the queen, because now I wanna just take the pawn on e3, and then on g3, I will take all the pawns of white, and black will win that game. What happens here? Vladimir Oniszczuk is still trying to play, but I believe he's totally outplayed, so he should just resign that position. What happens here? White is doing all he can to survive, but still Gawain Jones should lose to Bogdan Daniel Deac. Oh, come on. Just give up, that position is hopeless. Vladimir Oniszczuk should just resign that position. Of course he can play, but still it's totally winning. So here, as we can see, black will try to capture the pawn and try to mate the king. So it's over already, so for sure black won that game. Rook g1, h4, right. So rook g1 and h3, very nice move, and I believe it would be enough to, yeah, rook g3 is winning. So here we can see that it's all obvious that oh, very nice one.
Oh, really nice that.
And really nice try, but after king h4, rook 2 to
Another
g4.
rook comes. Yeah. Oh no, we see the face off.
Come on, he was overplayed for over 20 moves in a row, so you shouldn't be surprised.
I don't think he's surprised. I think he's just disappointed.
Upset, right?
Yeah, disappointed. Let's have some drink, he says. And this game is, of course, winning for black, because it's 2 pawns and there's no chance for any way for a draw. Who's quite fast? Quite fast, yeah?
Yeah,
we
Blitz.
can take a look at the games. At the past games? No, we cannot really take that. But you know what good news we have? We can invite players to our live, and we can ask them some questions.
Okay, but I believe...
So we're going to have some of the players in the end of the day, and we can interview them.
Right.
So in case of draws in mini matches after 4 rounds, we will have Armageddon. I don't know. What is your predictions? We will have Armageddon or not?
Good question, but I believe we will need some Armageddons.
Do we have some results so we can take a look at the standings and the points of the players?
Not on chess results, for sure. So because we don't have even the results from the first round, so I believe we still wait for them. So here we have the last position from a game of Gawain Jones against Bogdan Daniel Deac, where young Romanian player won his game. So we still wait for the 4th round of the second stage of European Online Blitz Chess Championship, hosted by the city of Katowice, Poland. So there will be a lot of emotions still.
And you can see on the screen the questions that what we have. In that case, if you answer all the questions, you will get the gifts we have, and here we have the results. So in the 3rd round, we have Wojtaszek and Meyer. They split the point. Petrosian won, Pansulaya won, Blobam won as well. Indic won. He's advanced with 3 points, right? 3 points and a half, so he qualifies to the next.
Yeah, most really.
Navarra, we see him back.
Yes.
This, yeah.
The edge.
Shirov won as well, and then we have 2 games split it, and then we have Circassian. Yeah, that's what we
So-
have for the moment. But let's take a look at the Zoom call. We can find something interesting maybe there with chess players. Martin is upset, as you can see, guys. He's very upset.
So as you can see,
We have Alexander on our screen.
Hello.
hi.
Hi. Is he with us? Is he with us? Hold on. You heard him?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
I'm here.
Alexander, hi. Can you turn a little bit on the side? We cannot see your face.
Yeah, you're back.
can only
You're
see
left
you.
back now. So 10 left.
Because
10
I'm
left.
using angled camera.
All right.
Hi.
So now we can see you. Yeah, exactly.
What a match you had. You won 3 games in a row. What was your predictions before the round? You thought that you would just win 3 games in a row?
Not really. I didn't really make any prediction. I was quite satisfied with just going through to the next phase.
Okay. And tell us the secret. Did you prepare for today's match?
Well,
What was-
I think the system that I used with white pieces is kind of interesting, especially for blitz play. And because he is normally playing Slav structures, this kind of makes it a little bit more difficult for him.
All right. So actually you prepared yourself, and how about now? Are you waiting for your next opponent, or are you preparing against both of them?
Not really. I will just take a small break and then see who is my next opponent and play on from there.
All right.
I think he will watch our stream live to see the
Most
games.
probably.
All right, we will not keep you very long. We wish you good luck in the next match, and we really enjoyed your games, and keep it like that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hopefully
for
we
the
will see each
information.
other at least once more.
Yes, we have that. thing.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so it was very nice that a player found the time, even after such a match,
Yeah.
to talk a little bit with us. So we
Yeah.
still wait for the round number 4. Do we
We're
have it
waiting
already?
round number 4. Let me click that.
So okay, we have a setup.
We have said some. Yeah, today everything works quite smoothly. I'm very happy with that. So it's quite complicated to have so many games at once in one server, for sure. But for today, everything is just perfect. And here we can see the results
Yes, exactly.
again.
So, all right, so we have a draw. Wojtaszek to Meyer, 1.5, 1.5.
Actually, I have access to the results. Let me tell that.
All right.
So Wojtaszek Meyer is tie 1.5 to 1.5. Shirov Demidov is 2-1 in favor of Shirov. Alexander Indich won, as we already see, against Ozon, and Bluebaum against Onishchuk. Here the result is 2.5 to half. Pantulaya Ilmaz is 2-1. Pantulaya is in favor, and we have Safarli and Navarra with 1-2. So David has 2 points in here, and John's to this is 1.5 to 1.5. I tried to pronounce his name in all the possible way.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
still don't know how to pronounce his name.
One day you will do it properly. We have Maria in the studio, so she prepared something for us for sure. Maria?
Yes, I just wanted to stop by and show you something. To cheer you up, if you have a bad day and you don't feel like playing chess and you think that you are not really good at it, then I just wanted to show you that even such blunders happens to the best. So here we have a situation in which black has a pawn up, right?
Right.
It's an endgame. He has a bishop against the knight, so that's also promising. And he does something like that. Rook to c8.
Right.
So it looks like a natural move, right? Because the rook is trying to be on the open file and be more active on the second or the first rank. But unfortunately, this is what happens to black. Knight to
Very
e7, and that's a
unpleasant
fork.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, thank you, Maria. We have fourth round already started, and let's take a look at Georg Maja against Radosław Wojtaszek. Radek is playing black. The result is 1.5, 1.5. So if there is a draw in that match, that would mean we have the Armageddon. So
yeah.
actually, what was the opening? Because
Let's quickly take a look at
yeah,
this.
let's
The first knight
go
f3.
quickly. Knight d7, very nice. Just trying to
Ooh.
play e5.
And if you can't play e5, then take this knight somewhere else, on b6, for example.
So it's really strange position.
Yeah.
A6, yeah. Knight b to d7. Of course,
Nice.
black does not have to hurry because the position is closed.
Mhm.
And so my next move would be g6 or e6. It depends on white's move now, but I believe Georg Maja has played knight e5. Let's take a look. And this knight went from b8 to d7 to b6 to d7 to f8 to d7
To
once
d7,
more.
and I think it will be exchanged here.
Yeah,
How many moves? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 moves with knight.
in the opening.
Yeah.
Children, don't do it at home.
Don't do it at home, unless you're a Wojtaszek, yeah? Unless you know what
But
you're
I
doing.
believe after DE everything will be exchanged and we will have a draw, and so the Armageddon will have to bring us the winner of this.
I should say that Wojtaszek is quite confident in himself to play Armageddon, and he knows what color he would choose.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
white.
We have
He will for sure take white.
white.
I believe.
We will see that. We will see that.
D5, very nice. Robert Hovhannisyan against Manuel Petrosyan. Very nice. D5, and now rook takes D5.
Oh,
and if you
what
take it
is
back with the
that?
pawn, then bishop B5. So,
We'll win the queen.
yeah, exactly.
Very beautiful. Very beautiful. Nice.
That's
tactics.
why you cannot take it, and but white has obtained the advantage here. Even rook d4, or maybe yeah, even rook d4 is okay.
Yeah, just to get rid of this pin.
Right.
Or
So
something crazy like this. So if you take, I'll take the pawn and knight, and the king is open, and you cannot really castle here because knight
yeah,
rook
rook
g6.
g6.
Yeah.
So actually
see that.
here it's very sharp position.
We have to quickly move to the next game. This is Mustafa Ilmaz and Levan Pansulaya here. b5 is the last move. Black,
Tries to
made its Benoni position, and looks quite tempting for both sides. I
yeah, the
should
knight
say.
on a6 is misplaced. That's why it's moved to c7. But still, there is a problem with that. Radek Wojtaszek actually is will make a draw, I
Do you
believe.
think that's the same knight or the other knight?
No, it's the other the other one. Fe, but finally no. And what happens now? E5 maybe, or C5.
I kind of have a feeling like the king is a little bit open here, and if white will push too much this pawns, it might cause some problems on the king side. Don't you think so?
Yeah, you're right. But still, if white plays E5, then I have C5 to be prepared, and after E5 from black side, D5 may go. So it's really still the tense position, even though we don't have any minor piece. Queen A3, I want to capture the pawn on B3, and after C4, the pawn on D4 is a little bit hanging and shaky. So Queen B4 maybe now, and B5. So still it's not a dead draw. They are still fighting not to avoid the Armageddon. So okay, let's see what's going
Let's
on.
see the next. Let's see the next game. We saw this already, and one more game in progress. This is David Navarra and El Taj Sofarli. No queens on the board. Hard to
And it's
say
enough
if
for
it's
white to make a draw to qualify further, right? Because David is leading 2-1 after 3 games. So actually it's black who has to win the game, and he's actually, I believe it's far away from that.
Wait, hold on. This bishop was supposed to be on g7, and how it happened to be on a5? Where was it? Like bishop d6, bishop c7, bishop a5?
Oh yeah, probably. But
Think.
still, I believe.
Alexei Shirov, he's still playing. Let's take a look at this game.
All right, against Mikhail Demidov, he's also leading 2-1. So let's move a
Yeah,
little
he has
bit.
2 points.
Guys, yeah. So draw is enough for him, but I believe he'll play till the last resource to win. He sacrificed the pawn, take back the pawn, knight b4. Who will protect the queen? What's the material here? White is 2 pawns up, and it seems that white may win that game. Knight g4. So there is a threat of knight h6, so it's totally lost for Alexei Shirov. He lost the game, I believe.
No. Oh,
Yeah, we can
he was
see.
devastated. Oh.
Yeah, after rook b8. So we will
Oh my
have the Armageddon in that match.
Is not that what we wanted to have?
Actually,
Let's not pretend that we feel sorry for him.
No, come on. It's really nice that we have Armageddon and some surprises.
Oh, Alex is really
Upset with
devastated,
himself, but
yeah.
of course he has to rethink what was done bad, and now he has to focus on the Armageddon stage.
Yeah, he has to be ready for Armageddon.
Yeah,
and
just
forget
rest.
about
Just
this.
rest. He's just resting now.
All right. I think we have most of the game, and yes, we have. No, we don't. So let's take a look. Actually, we have most of the games running still.
Yeah.
So it's
So
good.
what happens in the game? What's the result after the?
I
tell
think it was tie. Let me check. Yeah, it's 1.5 to 1.5.
But black has 2 pawns up, and is
Pair of
having
bishop.
pair of bishop. I believe after even bishop d4, he should be winning. Rook
Bishop-
d7
rook
protects
d7, yeah.
the pawn on f7.
Knight f3, knight comes on g5.
But still, I believe I can play even f5 was possible.
Beautiful.
But now it's not.
I want to show this.
That
Let
after
me allow
knight
that,
f3.
please.
No, the computer doesn't want it.
Yeah, doesn't want it. But we
So
will.
here after knight f3, f5.
This is your suggestion.
Yeah,
and
rook to
to
d7,
take
fe, king e2, king
intermediate.
e2,
King e2. I'll
right?
take this.
ef,
Sorry. Yeah.
king f2, bishop d7 and g5.
Oi.
Bishop
I see your
e8,
point.
bishop g6. It's winning for black for sure. Too many pawns,
Yeah, but instead we have this position.
which is still winning for black, of course. It's easily won for black. White is on move, but actually there are no tricks. Okay, so he's doing his best, but after fg it should be over, because there is no check and nothing else should happen. King
yeah.
b5, right?
Somehow all these pieces, all white pieces, are not.
Bishop h2. Yeah, it's all over.
Yeah.
He won the game. Yes, Gawain Jones won, and he qualified further. So
Exactly.
it was the last game of round
Yeah.
number 4. So what are the results? I'm really curious, because we didn't manage to watch all the games because they are blitz and they are very fast. So
There is we have a news that David Navarra will come to us for interview. So I'm very happy to see David. What do you think he will say? Hello in Polish or in Georgian?
it's a good question.
Yeah,
I will
we'll
check.
have him
I will
soon.
tell in Czech. You will be surprised.
Yes.
I know a little bit Czech, especially the menu from the restaurants, as I played for several years in the Czech extra league as well.
Yeah, Navarro plays in the club of Katowice, Hetman.
In Poland, right?
Hetman Katowice. In
Former
this
Polish champion, because my club won that year. My club won the Polish championship.
You're so proud of that.
Yes, of course I am. It was the first time in 6 years, so come on, still. So in a moment we'll have David in the studio in the interview, as far as I understand. So what results do we have?
We need results on the screen, and we need David on also in the interview video.
Okay, so
Have some
still
silence.
waiting.
Some silence, yeah. Okay, meanwhile, David is. I hope we will have David any moment soon, but before that, let's still talk about this position that we analyzed earlier weekend game, which we predicted to be winning for white because it's extra 2 pawns, and that's the way how white won.
Yeah, rook f8 and now a8.
Before David, we have Maria in the studio. Let's take a look at this. Maria, where are you? Yeah.
I'm here. Hi again. So I'm back. I'm a big fan of Mustafa.
Ah, I thought you're talking about me.
Oh, I don't know how to respond to that.
Finally.
Okay, so as you can see, we have some strong attack on the 7th rank. We have 2 rooks, which are going to checkmate Black King. And Levan decided to finally take his knight for a walk and went knight to b6 with it. So now, as you can see, as I mentioned, the rooks on the 7th rank are incredibly strong. So now queen g6 is possible. So that's a nice touch, because you cannot recapture the queen. You know what happens, guys, right?
That's a checkmate.
No, show it, please.
That's a checkmate, no.
That's a checkmate, because the pawn, if the pawn recaptures, then the rook goes to g7, then to h7, and then the other rook goes to g7, and that's a checkmate because the king cannot get out. So,
I don't see it. Do you?
okay, so he decided to cut the connection. He did the line blocking, but it didn't really work. The queen can go away to g3, and still there's a threat of bishop to h6 or bishop to d6. And this is what happened. Mustafa won the game, and Levan had to give in.
Oh, he left.
Yeah.
He left the tournament. Okay.
Why?
No. He gave in the game. He's still playing, but I'm sure he's devastated because he keep
What's
on
the
losing
result
with
between
Mustafa.
those players? Ilmas against Panstulaya. What was the result?
Let me check. All right. So the results here we have Levan Panstulaya 2 points and Yilmaz has 1. So it's tie now.
So it will be the
Armageddon.
Armageddon now.
So that's going to be interesting. But I'm actually rooting for Mustafa because he has shown some real technical brain here.
All right. Thank you, Maria, for that example. I wish we have more of them in the next stage. Cool.
Hello. We have a guest in the studio. So how are you? How do you feel about after the match?
Good. It was a tough match. He played very well, but luckily he played a bit too slowly, and I managed to get through.
All right.
Yeah, we saw your upset face. Like you even did like this when you lost the game. This queen versus 2 rooks, right? What was your thought in that game? You did not expect that result?
No, well, it was my. I have a tendency to always try to win, and sometimes
All
I
right.
should accept the draw. So I repeated position a lot of times, and then I went, no, I want to win. But the position didn't justify it, and I was punished.
All right.
That's
It was
great.
my-
That's great. We're so happy for you. And now you have next matches. And tell us about yesterday. Was it easy for you to qualify to top 16?
No, not at all. I should have lost the first game. I was very lucky, and then it was a lot of random coin flips really when you get down to such short on time, and I got lucky in a couple of key moments.
All right. And how do you enjoy online chess in general? And are you missing over the board chess?
Of course, I really miss over the board. Like playing, I love playing chess. So when online is here, then I'm playing it. But I can't wait to play over the board again, hopefully soon, and come and visit Poland again. I've come a few times to the tournament over the board, and hopefully I'll come again soon.
Yeah. We are in the same situation. We will not keep you very long because we know that you need to prepare for the next matches,
And
and
to
we
rest,
wish
right.
you best of the luck once again. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, we had at the interview Grandmaster from England, Gwyn
Jones, yeah.
I'm sure you know him very well and you know his games. And let's see how we'll play next games.
Yes, exactly. But extremely, he's really confident about his play. So I believe we have 4 Armageddons now will be played. So a lot of
So good.
a
so
lot
good.
of stuff is going on. So I believe.
Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of Armageddons.
So
Do we have
who-
anything?
Yeah,
Any results?
Who is playing them? For sure, Radek Wojtaszek against Georg Maja, Mikhail Demidov against Alexei Shirov.
Pantulaya against Yilmaz.
Yes, exactly. And who else? Hofhannisyan against Petrosyan?
Most probably because we have Gwendon.
4 of them. So I believe
and
it's that.
also who else? Indich we had at the interview, so they qualified.
Yes, exactly. So most probably those
Yeah,
are the
Shurab
pairs.
and Demdo will be another Armageddon as well. So very excited. Let's take a look at the Zoom call so we can see what is happening there. They are preparing for Armageddon.
Yeah, for sure.
And now, okay, that's why we don't have games yet, because they have to choose the colors.
Draw the colors or
and
choose? Choose, right?
Draw the colors.
Okay.
You have the arbiter actually hides the
The pawns, right? The
pawns, yeah.
colors.
yeah, and then you have to choose, and it's really tricky when you say left. You actually meant left, but it's actually right.
Right, exactly.
That's what happened to me. So
Especially on the internet, because usually if the arbiter is near to you, it's when you play over the board and you say right hand, it means you use
I don't know if you
his
guys
right
understand
hand.
what we're talking. We're not crazy, but this is a real thing.
Right. So now 4 Armageddons left, so 5 minutes for white and 4 minutes for black, and to qualify it's enough for black to make a draw or to win. So 2 results may qualify for black, and only one victorious victory means that white can qualify.
So we know that in chess we have 3 results, but we have this Armageddon game invented in order to reveal the champion.
Yeah, exactly. We have to finally finish the games, so that's why we have this Armageddon
share.
rule.
No
Exactly.
sharing. So yeah.
It would be funny if they had to play, hand and brain. If they make a draw, then they play hand and brain. So one player names the piece, and the second one has to
But
move,
against
take
who?
against
Teams.
not in the team. 2 players against 1, because if somebody qualified, he's playing on his own, and here we have 2 players because they tied a match, so they play together. One of them is brain and one of them is hand.
Oh my god, it's so complicated. We have games, we have moves, let's get the chessboard back.
Right. So Radosław Wojtaszek is playing black
Black, he chose
against
black.
Georg Maja.
I remember you said white, so why are you just ignoring this fact?
All right, I know. It's enough for him, but do we have the moves in that game?
We have knight f3 first move, but
Okay, d5, e3. So
we have
now
it.
they have started.
They are moving fast. The bad thing about have 4 minutes in this in this game without
It's
any increment. It's
Reverse Nimzo Indian.
reverse.
Yeah.
Mm.
So now after e4, it will be something like the. Yep. So now we have the position of black is already very cool because it's the French opening without the light squared bishop, which is in favor of black in that position for sure. So DE, and I believe black is doing still fine, but the knight on g6 is misplaced. It should go via h4 to f5. It will move immediately, I believe. Knight h4, knight f5.
Oh, look at these pawns on 5th rank.
Yeah, exactly.
Pushing a4, b4. That looks really, really nice.
A good idea of Radek. Queen h5, so it might be tricky because the pawn on c5 is hanging.
Yeah.
What will he do? Queen c6, he protects the pawn on c5. Maybe f5 will come. Maybe before a4. Okay, let's switch to the other.
Let's switch to the other games quickly.
Right.
So this is Ilmaz Mustafa against Levan Pansulaya. We have here black played e4 move. Bishop e4. He probably goes on d5. He wants to go on d5. I don't know if black allows, white allows that.
Has
but
to.
Yeah, that's
So
that's happening.
now queen b3, for example, it's knight a5. So black is doing fine in that position. Now he exchanged the bad bishop e6 now maybe. Now he waits. After knight e4, there comes queen d5. Queen d5 now. Of course,
Yeah.
you cannot play queen d3 because of knight e5. That's why queen c2.
Ah, yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
Knight b4 is a threat now. What will he choose? Rook c5 maybe.
Wow.
They have only 5 minutes for white and 4 for black. So what?
After rook c5, there is knight d4 move. Is it?
Right,
Knight
you're
d4
right.
very-
Bishop d4 then.
Bishop d4.
You cannot do it. You cannot do it
I
with
cannot
black.
do it. Yeah. Sorry for that.
No
Let's-
problem. It's Blitz.
let's move to the
It's even more than Blitz. It's Armageddon.
Armageddon here. Also, Shiro choose black pieces. Seems like they choose. No, they don't choose. They have
No, they
to.
draw. They
Yeah.
draw this. So after bishop, but I believe that Alyosha Shirov has a big problems against the younger Misha Demidov, because the bishop on g7 is quite weak. Fg, hg. The opponent e5 is extremely good. So c5, of course, he tries to attack in the center, just put the pressure on the pawns.
Also opens up the line for rook to lift on.
Yeah,
c6,
exactly.
a6, anywhere. Ah, here we have it.
Rook c6 immediately. Right, but still I believe white should be okay.
Yeah, we have to go back to the game of Meyer Wojtaszek. We have queens off the board, rooks. We have heaviest pieces on the board.
Yeah, rook c2, he took a pawn, and now the pawn on b4 is
Okay.
might be very dangerous. Rook b8, b5. The knight should go from via f8 to e7, d7. What happens here? But no problems for white. Bishop c5 now. The bishop on c3 is hanging, right? And now e5, I believe, might be very dangerous. Knight e7
Yeah.
as well. Black
I
is doing
like
very.
e5, e4. The
Yeah,
bishop will be hanging.
yeah. Knight e7, knight d5 is the threat.
Knight
Whoa, what
c4.
happens here? The bishop on. All right.
All right,
He
the
missed
rook
it
is
for sure.
hanging.
He missed it. Radek missed it. Rook a8. Rook a8 probably. To go to a2 to attack on f2.
Maybe he wants to keep the rook on b file, like rook b7.
Rook
although it will
b7,
be
then knight a5, rook
yeah.
b6. Rook c8 was played, so how about b6 now? What happens
b6
about
is on
b6?
the board.
He missed it as well. He's in the big problems now. If he takes with the rook on c4, b7, he has to give away. Now he gave away the rook c1. Oh, great!
Oh, wow.
But king g2 comes now. King g2, he missed it. For sure.
Oh, no.
And actually the position is lost for black.
Oh, no.
Is it enough time for Georg Maya to win that game?
So let me check the time. Black has 3 minutes.
But actually
White
he's
is more or
losing.
less-
He's losing that game actually. Knight c8. What he leaps from about d6. So g5. But rook a3. Just the king
Wow.
is also in severe danger. After knight d6, actually Radek knows he's losing that game.
Oh,
he's
we
really
see
upset.
him. We see him. He's not happy. He's
Of
not
course
happy.
he cannot be. Not after such blunders.
Wow.
Not on that level. Here there is rook a8 mate. Is a threat. You cannot do anything actually.
Oh,
Knight
wow.
c7 maybe, knight b6, but still it's losing. It's losing position, and he knows it.
He knows
He
that.
lost the game and he lost the match, so the Georg Mayer qualified further. Radek Wojtaszek is out of the tournament after the Armageddon match
Yeah,
game.
he was one of the favorites of the tournament from the start of the
From the
of
very
it.
beginning.
And we just see him on the screen that he is not happy. Who can be happy at his
In his position, right.
position? So next game we have the derby between two Armenian players, Robert Hovhannisyan and Manuel Petrosyan. Probably they are teammates or friends, and now they have to compete each other in Armageddon
Not
games.
it's just live actually. You have
Yeah.
to play against your friends as well.
So quite complicated
White is winning.
position.
No, black is winning, I believe, because knight c3 is the threat. The pawn on b2 is extremely good. And actually, white cannot do a lot. fg, rook h7 maybe. g5, I can even take on f6 or to play knight g8.
Nice.
And now knight c3, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Knight g8, fg, rook h7. So actually, black should be winning that position. Even after knight c3 and something like that.
We have to take a look at the game of Alexei Shurov. I think he's quite safe in this game.
Whoa. Yeah, even without those 3 pawns, it should be a draw. And it will be enough for him to qualify. Of course, the pawn on h2 is untouchable. And now...
I don't know about a5, because if he keeps the pawn on a7, the bishop defends both, and then king can get somewhere in the center.
Yeah, but still,
It's
draw is
winning.
enough for him to qualify, and he will qualify for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
Bishop c5, okay, of course, white will try to win, but it's not possible. Only he can flag. Bishop d4 was okay as well, just to go to b2. Bishop d4 still. They both don't see it. Rook to d2, bishop to e5, king e6 is also correct. Some tricks with rook. What's the time? What's the time now?
Time, 1 minute versus 40 seconds. 1 minute and 40
Bishop b2. So
minutes.
actually black is winning that position because the rook is just out of game. King c4. And that will be a draw. King f3. King here. Bishop takes on a3. And actually black is winning. But it's, yeah, he just gave up because he cannot win that game. So Alyosha Shirov is going to the next stage of the competition.
Exactly. We have one game only in progress, and this is the game between Armenian players.
Where black is
other
actually
matches
winning.
were finished. I want to know the result. I cannot see it.
Georg Mayer won the match. Alexei Shirov won the match, and we had one more. So king c4, king takes on d4, and of course black will take the last pawn, and it will be over, because white cannot win with his own king, so he will just, yeah, it was enough for black to make a draw, and of course it's over already. Whoa! Exactly.
What
How
was
stressful-
that?
how
What was
stressful,
that?
How stressful was it for the players, and how stressful even for us,
Yeah.
even for kibitzes? And imagine you are playing such a game. It's unbelievably
Yeah. It's quite
strong.
tense and quite interesting.
Yes, exactly. So now we wait for the next
I
stage.
have my pulse a little bit
Yeah, me too. It's
high than usual.
so we are after the first stage of today. We have still one more round to go, so 4 more rounds. I believe, yes, we have the results of Armageddon, where only Radek Wojtaszek lost with black. So Georg Mayer, then we have Levon Panštulaja, Alexei Shirov, and Petrosyan.
Yeah, that's the result what we have, and oh, this is so exciting. This is so exciting. Very interesting games, and we have to come back with the studio, and we have Radoslav Wojtaszek. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you very
Hello.
much to come with
Pleasure.
us after such a dramatic game. We don't feel
Yeah,
good,
what
to
to
be
do?
honest,
No, I mean,
because
I
we're
thought that
so
I had
excited.
everything under control, but then I just blundered a piece. Well, basically, even before that, it went wrong at some point because after I went something like Rook A2, obviously I was. I even saw that I'm better, but I only needed a draw, so I couldn't really decide how to play, or I should just play for a win, or just to make a draw and so on. And obviously, when you start thinking like this, bad things happen, and this is exactly what happened to me. I mean, yeah, well, actually, I'm pretty upset about how it finished because the whole match was, let's say, tense. Obviously, I was lost in game 2, but I was also pressing in some games. So yeah, but honestly, I have to say that I didn't get the best draw because Georg is very famous for being very good in those speed chess. So yeah, but anyway, okay, it was nice to play, of course, but after I played very well in this qualification, of course, I expected much more. Yeah, so what to do? It finished not in the way I wanted to finish, obviously, but what to do?
Did you feel some tension because you have so many fans? So many Polish people are supporting and rooting for you, and you are one of the leaders of the. Yes.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I didn't really feel any pressure or something like this because in Poland, I have to say that fans are very nice in a way that they don't do something like pressure you, or even if you lose, they will not write many bad things about you or something like this. So I don't feel pressure, but of course I wanted to play much better and much longer than I did. So obviously I'm very upset, but it wasn't a pressure, but it was more like motivation, I would say. But obviously I also checked that I was the only one who qualified from our country, so this only doubles my feeling right now.
We have to tell you a secret. We three of us, me, Martin, and Maria, were supporting you. To be honest, you were our card.
So
It's a pity.
now
It's a
you have
pity,
to
Rado.
find somebody else. So you can always support Georg because if he wins out, you can say that, okay, I would win, but I had to play against the winner. So
All right.
maybe
So
that's
will you keep your finger crossed for him in the next stage?
well, not really. There are many players whom I like. So, but obviously, it would be a little bit less upsetting if I would lose against the winner. But I guess there is no such thing, so it will not make this better or something like this.
Yeah. Tell us more about. I don't want to let you go. To be honest, I want to know more and more. Sure, you have time. So, what do you think about online chess, and are you missing over the board chess as much as you cannot even imagine?
Yeah, definitely, I do miss. Even though I think I was pretty lucky that I managed to play like 3 events in this year. So I think this is way more than average. So in this way, I mean, when I played in Bill in July, that was after a long break, like half a year. It felt, I mean, amazing. I mean, just sitting over the board. It felt like something different, and I really enjoyed that event. And after that, I also played in leagues, so that was nice. But yeah, I have to admit that I don't have anything in my schedule right now. So the only thing which I will, let's say, I will have something in common with over the board chess is that I will go with Alina, my wife, to Gibraltar because she will play there in Grand Prix, and it will be actually quite funny. Well, let's say funny that when it all started with COVID, we were in Lausanne on her Grand Prix, and now we go to Gibraltar for the last leg. But
Radek, I remember in Lausanne you said that you were
Yeah, I
tricked
know.
by a wife, that you thought it was a good vacation for you, but it turned out that you will be a coach there. Well, what's happening now in Gibraltar? Are you going as on vacation, or you will be a coach there? Do you know this information?
I mean, by now she is honest with me, and she says that okay. I mean, there is no such thing like a break when she's playing. Even when she played now in Russian super final, I was sort of helping her in a way that okay, she would call. You know, we would speak about some normal things, but after a few minutes, of course, we would go to some lines which she should play or something like that.
That's right.
No, but I will not say that it's something which is a problem for me. I mean, especially that she is in the next room and she can.
You cannot.
In that time, you cannot be honest sometimes.
If you cannot hear us, can you share with us if you make her some Christmas gift already, or if you already have some plans for that?
Obviously I did. I hope that she doesn't know what it is, but in our family we don't do like a big gifts. It's rather something small, just as a tradition. We'll go to my mom, which is like we go there almost every year, and then probably we will return to Warsaw and spend a New Year here. But nowadays it's not easy to plan anything. So
exactly.
that's the plan, but it can go really either way. And you also asked about online. I mean, I have to say I'm not a huge fan about this, but what I can say is that it's better than nothing. I mean, this is my opinion, but obviously it's it went very well in a sense that when all the other sports had to stop, we had this chance to progress, and obviously it's fantastic because now, the whole chess is booming thanks to this online events and thanks to, of course, the series on Netflix. So of course it's nice that it's there, but it's like an option, when I don't have any over the board event for like a month, I will look at it like something which is very nice. But then if I will play a lot over the board, probably I will skip playing online chess. So it's like that.
Yeah, I see you already feel better now after a little chat, and
Yeah,
the rest Alina can work on it. Oh, we lost him. He's frozen. I guess.
Yeah.
Martin, don't you feel more shame that you don't even seen Queen's Gambit yet? Yeah, we have Radek back. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Radek, for your time, for all your
you.
honestly and
Take rest and just enjoy the Christmas now.
yes.
You too, guys. Thanks.
Thanks,
a lot.
Radek.
Thank you, Radek.
Bye.
So the games are started, and we have to take a look at this, and it's so lovely to chat with Radek all the time, and it's even
So now
better when they are two, Alina and Radek together. It's
exactly.
even more fun. So we have Maria in the studio. What do we have, Maria? What? Or we continue with. Okay, we have Maria.
I'm here.
finally.
Okay, so one of our viewers said that Dan Midov is now unstoppable because he got married. So Marcin, question to you. Do you think that's true?
No,
Why
of
not?
course not.
Why not?
Because if you want to focus on something, you cannot, think about other things, I believe.
Okay. Okay.
So
And
that
how about
means
you?
that
How about you, Maria? How about your plans and your Katie?
I don't have any plans. Do you, Katie?
So Maria, what we observed from female chess players.
Also, I just wanted to mention that one of our viewers noticed that Grandmaster Shirov looks like Donald Trump. I must agree.
No,
Like-
come on.
like how?
Don't offend him.
Okay.
We'll post on Facebook.
So
about that.
in this position, as we can see, White played e5 here. And as we now know, it didn't really work. White lost because Demidov kind of blundered. Well, he didn't see the other opportunity. He could have played e to d5 and win a pawn, right? Because it cannot be captured back, because now the bishop will take the pawn and attack the rook.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was better to play this way. Instead, he decided to push the pawn and create a passed pawn, right? We know now it didn't work, so it was better to capture the pawn and try to do this way. Okay, that's it.
Oh, thank you
Great
very much.
job, Maria.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you very
much.
much. We have to get back to the games because it's we have now just a very tense positions already. Let's get our chessboard
Back.
quickly.
Yeah, so we have only 8 players left. So Alexei Shirov is playing against Georg Maya, Matthias Bluebaum against Alexander Indic, David Navara against Levan Panstulaya, and Manuel Petrosian against Gawain Jones. So let's take a look at the first match. So it consists of 4 games still, and if we have a tie still, then we'll have next Armageddons. As you can see, they are really stressful, not only for players but also for us. Okay, so let's take a look at the players.
Sorry.
No, it's not true. Come on. So
That's very bad to put such a things in our heads because we will laugh about this. So what do you think about this move, g4? This is very much his style.
yes, of course, but not in that. If you have a bishop on f8, it's not that bad against Alexei. If he plays g4, it means nothing actually. If you move your bishop from f8 and after g4, you should be already afraid of it. But still, I believe that black is doing quite well in that position. Bishop b4 now, a3. Bishop will go back to e7. The position is about equality, but of course, the problem of black is the fact that the spatial advantage on the king side is in white's hand, but he will try to play back on the queen side. Queen b3, a very, very interesting move. It may go to e3 as well. And also some a3 stuff will come here, so I believe white
sort
stands better.
Sort of pins this queen, maybe a3, bishop a5, and then queen e3
Yes,
with
exactly.
a threat of b4. That might happen. That's why rook c6 was played to defend the queen. We can move to the next game, and
Right.
this is really, really nice game. Look at this rook on h5. No idea how it get there, but I think from f5, knight h4, and rook
Maybe,
yeah.
but I believe white is doing extremely well because the knight goes to d4 and to c6. What happens after rook h5, knight h5, and bishop b2? let's put it on the board, maybe.
Oh, you like to grab the pawns.
Of course, I try because
You're one of us, Martin.
woman-like. If only I have some hair on my head.
Yeah.
I cannot take on h6 because of queen b6 check,
H6, okay, you can
and
take.
then queen b6 check. So the knight is out. So it's not that easy for white.
So knight goes from c6 with some tempo. Rook is hanging on c8, and now when the rook will move, knight will come back on c6 with all the comfort.
Oh, very unpleasant move. Knight b2. So I believe Matthias might be satisfied, but on the other hand, of course, I can, for example, sacrifice that.
Yeah, that's
that
what I was
holding, yeah?
thinking. That's what I was thinking. So we're gonna have 4 games in this match as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
At that stage, for sure.
But that's great. Let's move to the next game.
David Navarra against so we have Manuel Petrosyan.
Petrosyan again.
Gawain Jones.
Gwen Jones.
And white is actually piece up, so he should be winning because only 2 pawns for
Knight.
a knight, which protects the pawn c from the promotion. So I believe white is just winning, to be honest.
Yeah, very, very good chances for winning. And they are playing on the second already, so h5 was made on the second. So we can take a look at some more games. In the game of Bluebaum Indich, the exchange sacrifice happened like we predicted, and now we have 2 knights versus rook and bishop. You know what? If I have 1 pawn on g7 and white, let's give white another pawn on f2, I would feel safer here with black.
Yeah,
black
but now white is just collecting more and more pawns, and he's just winning. So we have one more game to be shown of David
This is David
Navarra.
Navarra and Levan Panculaya.
Exactly, and
Oh, look at these poor
what
pieces here.
What happens in that game?
95.
Yeah, there is a threat of 97 mate and of knight c7, and I believe white should be winning immediately, right?
God.
He took a rook, and after taking rook to e8, knight e6, it's totally won for white.
David is so dangerous, man.
In
When
chess,
he's in
only
good
on the
shape.
chessboard.
Only chessboard. Yeah, he's
Rook
extremely
rook
nice.
f8,
yeah.
for example. Rook e7. No, it's already done. He should give up. Rook to b7, for example. Yep, he just missed it. So let's take a look. How did it happen? Or maybe let's take a look at the game of Bluebaum against Indich. And I believe, queen f7 is over. It is already over.
Yeah.
So here the last game from the round number 1 or the next stage. So where Manuel Petrosyan should win that game quite easily. Rook h5, he's collecting the pawns for sure. Black will try to fight, but still it's lost. It's lost position. Some technical skills are needed, but I believe white has them. So rook c8, just to put the pressure on the pawn on c file. c2 might be the only move now. And I believe that even after knight f5, it should be already over. Bishop g5, very nice move. The rook has to go away, and I will just collect the next pawn. And I'm knight and the pawn up, so now after knight f5, I believe, okay, rook to knight to g3. Of course, white does not even have to exchange the pieces, the rooks, to win that game. So he will win it in a moment, in just a moment. King e4 centralized. King, bishop d4. It's over. It's over. Both of them know it.
Yeah.
Of course, Gawain wants to still to fight. So Matthias Bluebaum won against Alexander Indich, and David Navarra against Levan Panculaya. And now we just wait for Manuel Petrosyan to win against.
Yeah, I would like to see the game of David Navarra. I want to see how he made this magic on the
exactly.
board.
Bishop g7 is just giving mate on the spot, but he chooses different way. Knight f4. I believe it's is down after knight e6. He should just resign and rook anywhere. Rook g2.
I think that position is even easier to do it with the rooks on the board. What do you think?
Okay, now it's over. So we have 4 results already. Let's take a look at the game of David.
David, Maria is in the studio. Do you have a game of David and Levan?
No, unfortunately not, but I have a game of Bluebaum Matthias, who has just won his game, and I just wanted to show you how. As you can see, there is a strong attack on the f7 square, right? And the only protector of it is the knight on e5.
Oh.
So what Matthias does, he just captures the knight. Obviously, it cannot be recaptured with a knight to still protect the f7 square because the queen is hanging on h6.
Oh.
So now he is forced to take it with a pawn, and he loses after queen to f7 because after king to
Yeah, show it.
h8
Yes.
we can now capture the knight.
Why don't you show it on the board, Maria?
I just want you to use your imagination for once.
I use it all the time. Believe me.
To practice blindfold chess.
Of course, I'm talking
Of
about it. Come on, girls.
Yeah.
What were you thinking about?
Let's take a look with Maria to the game of Pantulaya and David Navara. I'm sure she also wants to see what
obviously
happened on the board. So let's have a board on the in the screen.
So thank you, Maria.
No, thank you, Maria. Maria, we need Maria here too.
Of course.
Do we have interview?
No, not really. I think not during
really,
the not
maybe
during
after.
the match.
So let's quickly see it. It was 1d4, then knight f6, and we have king's Indian
With c6.
on d5.
Yeah, it's h4 is extremely
beautiful.
g4 opening the position
Oh,
here
that's
on
nice.
the king. Yeah, nice one. ef, and knight h3.
Oh my god, this is so crazy game. I want to
Yeah,
take a look
yeah.
at this when I get back at home.
Yes, very
This
nice.
is nice.
He smashed him actually.
Oh, 95.
Knight c to
Yeah.
d5. Brilliant game actually.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
I love the h7 file and that it's wide open for the white rook.
Yeah, exactly. Players are getting ready for the next round. We see Levan Pantulaya shocked, thinking, "Oh God, what I did wrong."
Actually, it was a knockdown. It was
So
not even a technical
Knockdown.
KO. It
so
was.
it's like some action from boxing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's from boxing. He knows he was smashed. And still he's recalling how did it happen.
Yeah, look at his face.
No one
He's
knows.
thinking about the game.
Yeah, he's still calculating.
Yeah.
But now
Oh
he has
my
to
God.
focus on the next game, and
I
he
don't
knows it.
even want to say
It
the
is
words
really
that
hard.
he has in his mind right now.
Yeah.
Because I kind of think I know what he's thinking right now.
What, the goose?
Yes, exactly.
Do you sometimes dream about your lost games? Because
Dreams?
it happens to
Now
me.
only about my lost chances.
Yeah, okay. So that's basically it. If you lost the game,
But not
then
only
you
about
lost your
chess.
chance.
I'm talking about life.
Life chance.
That's
Okay.
what I guess.
Never
So
mind.
we have round started. We have already
Yeah.
6 move in the game of Levan Pantulaya and David Navara. Thank you, Maria, very much to show
Thank
us
you.
the game and to handle Martin's jokes.
Come on, they are very
We have to
proper.
analyze. I somehow feel very lucky not to troll me. Maybe you're afraid of me. I don't know. So we have this. What do you think about this development on h3?
It's the only possible way to develop the knight. So I believe it's the good one.
The thing is that white could play from e2, e3, e2, but in that
But
case,
then the
bishop.
Yeah, the bishop and the pawn and the square on d3 would be weakened, and now g5. I like it.
Oh God, we're gonna
And
see
now-
second crazy game of David Navara.
No, not really. I believe now black will just develop the bishop to e7, then f3, and the position should be quite regular. Okay.
Let's move to the next game. This looks pretty much a standard position with the color reversed.
I believe this setup of black is quite good, but I would rather have my bishop still on the board. So let's take a look. How did it happen? Just from beginning, knight f3, d5, d3. So very calm start from white.
White
Is-
started to play with black pieces here.
Yes, queen a4, bishop d7, then bishop to c6, after c5, knight e5. Alright, he has to give away the bishop. And of course, he has some spatial advantage on the queen side. So now I believe he's doing quite well, but still white has a little edge because for the spatial advantage of black, he has the pair of bishops. So I believe I would like this position to happen in my game when if I were playing with white. But still, it's really tense one. So I have to take on d5 because if I played something else after bishop d2, then knight jumps to d4 and I just lose.
Yeah.
So that's why I was forced actually to play after knight d5 to take on d5. And now take a look at the pair of bishops. They don't have enough place for them. So there is a threat of knight d4 now, so that's why rook e1 comes. And I believe that even knight d4 and bishop g5 is good enough for black. Because in the first round, Matthias Bluebaum won against Alexander Indic.
Yeah.
So now making 3 draws in a row would be enough for him to qualify further.
So let's take a look at the game of Levon and David. 95 was taken.
What did happen?
Take, and queen takes on d4.
So black is much better actually because
so
he
if queen
has
takes, knight will come and jump here in this lovely square.
yeah, if needed, bishop d7, bishop c6 is extremely hard for white. This position is much worse for white for sure. Bishop e3 was played. And still I believe David has to exchange the queens and the knight on d5 stands quite well, but on the other hand the pawns on b2 is hanging.
Can I create some unpleasant
Bishop c5.
actions?
Yeah, now it's already unpleasant because
You
now
see,
yeah,
what
exactly.
I did for you, Levon.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what I did.
So I probably cannot take on b2, it turns out. So let's get back to the game.
b2 was taken, but by the queen.
Oh, immediately, right. It's probably better. He took one more pawn. He's not afraid of anything. What happens after bishop g4? He just missed a... he had just blundered a piece now.
Oh
He
my
would just
god.
resign. It will be 2-0 for David after 2 rounds.
Oh no, we have head shake. Head shake.
Head shake. Headshot. Everything you want.
look at David. He's so lovely. He's so lovely.
Yeah, he's satisfied. He plays chess.
He knows that he's winning.
Of course he knows. But now he has to find the best way actually. King h8, queen h5, bishop g7, f5 comes, so it's still some technical problems of black, but still just technical problems. I believe
Goes
now
back.
f5, knight e5 comes, and then f6 should be enough to win a game.
Yep.
Rook to b7, so I believe queen e6, just attack the queen on g4 and the bishop on e3, it was in the game. So
After queen f3, it can be like knight d4 or bishop d4 just to trade more pieces. All right, what's happening in the other games? Oh, what is happening here?
oh,
What is this? I need to focus
Alyosha
well.
is trying to kill his opponent. That's what happens. Bishop to e3. Rook had to take back. Queen f4 check, or I just at first. I believe I should take on f4 to play queen f4 at first. So after rook f3, for example, queen c1, or maybe
want to
bishop
play
d3
this?
as well. No mate. Oof. Queen b2.
I wanted to blunder this. You stopped me on time. I just wanted to play
Just in
queen f4.
time.
So we have rook on
Bishop
e3.
b1, I like it. Now black is forced to exchange the queens. He does not have any other square for the queen, and the bishop, the pawn on b7 is hanging, so white is pawn up. White will be pawn up, but is it enough to win? Rook to d8, of course. I want to capture the pawn on d4. Why at... I would play a5 at first, but okay. Bishop e6 should be enough to make a draw. Rook b7 will be played. Now h6 at first.
Huh? Can I take it?
Oh, he has to.
Why h6?
Because the pawn is very weak. And
But it's actually exists still, and now you don't have this pawn.
yep, he missed. I don't know why. It will be a draw most probably. What was the result in the first game?
The first game,
Was
Alexei won.
I will check it. No, it was a draw.
Draw.
But now, of course, black will try to win, but still I believe it's not possible for black to win if white plays properly. King f4, for example.
That's happens in standard game, but in this game without increment anything.
Oh, rook h1, what happened here? He blundered the rook, h5.
Oh my god, he didn't take it!
He didn't take it.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That's the fun
I
of
believe
online
they-
chess.
yeah.
You shouldn't take this very seriously, yeah?
No, because if they will be said that something like that happened in the game, they wouldn't believe for sure. Both of them.
What this COVID did to us, guys. What this pandemic time did to us. Yeah,
No,
we're
I'm really-
speechless. We're speechless. King d7 now. Rook f3 is.
I'm afraid, but still
threat.
it's too easy. King f6 has to come back, and maybe rook h4. Of course, black will play it and play it and play it till the last possibility. But of course, he cannot go to h1.
Don't
That's
go there
what we know.
again. Don't do that again.
Wow, so many mistakes, even at that level. So it means they are really
It's online
stressed.
chat. No, I don't think so. We have to get used to it. We have
King
to get used to
f4,
it.
king f4, and black. Why king f6? Come on, it's the only. Like I said, it's the only way to play king g5, king f4, just to push. Of course, okay, then rook a4.
Is that the last game, or we have more? Oh, we have one more game.
All right.
Let's see here. We have extra pawn on d6.
But I believe it's not enough to win a game actually, because now it should be enough. The king should stand on f7 to protect the e8 square, and now he just lost one more pawn, and h pawn will win that game. King d6, h5, h6, h7, and white should win that game. h6, right, rook 10, rook g7, g4 of course is also possible, playable.
Yeah. John Square, a very good shape, I think. I blame it for our interview, I think. What do you think about that? We give him very good vibes.
Yeah,
That's what we think. How about the
GF
take
is
on
winning, yeah.
f6?
You cannot take back because of bishop
Bishop
g5, then
G5.
king f7, still rook takes, and king g5, and I will make a draw.
Yeah.
But not in that way. Come on. Show it to me. White knight, knight f6, bishop g5, and king f5.
Hold on, not
Yeah.
that much.
But don't allow computer to make moves for you.
Don't
And
happens
here,
to
no,
you.
no, it's instead of king f7, just take on f6. That moment. Try to stop that machine. It thinks it's smart, but it's not.
It's not smarter than us, but it is.
No, it's still. Alright, okay, I will show it in a moment.
The
Okay.
game ended.
Yeah, white won
See,
that game.
queens, runs. And I see this the chair, gamer chair. That's what we call pretty comfortable for chess players also, because we're spending hours and hours at the chess at the desk.
Finally,
and
I
we need
managed to
to
do
be-
it. Here and here. If you take on f6, then I'll take with that one, that one, that one, and it will be a draw.
Yeah, it's wrong.
That's why king f7 is just the losing move. Knight f6 would make a draw, and here we have Maria still in our studio. What new?
Obviously. Okay, so I picked this one because as I saw, that was an emotional one. Uh, remember the misclick and, well, maybe not a misclick, only a mistake. Shirov blundered his rook. Fortunately for him, Mayer didn't see that. Okay, but here we have a situation in which Mayer could have saved his rook, right? But instead, he took the pawn on h5. What he could have done was to go with a rook to e8 and simply go back with a queen to secure the king, also to block the queen on h2, and that should be a win position for white.
Yeah, look at this queen locked there on h2.
Yep. Of course,
Wow.
I have to play h4 now and bishop g5 just to escape with the queen. But I believe even g8 was not good because of bishop d3 still. Yeah, you're right. Queen f3. It was better than in the game for
Yeah,
sure.
obviously. So white could have some chances here to win instead of a draw. So this is what Mayer should have played.
Yep, Georg Maya should have played for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Wow, so many chances in one game.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Thank
So
you
many
very
chances.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mariam. And what we have a result. We have results on the screen. Let's take a look at that. So we have tie between Shirov and Maya with 1-1. We have Bluebaum in advance with 2 points against Indic.
Yep.
Navara has the same conditions against Pansulaya, and we have tie in the game of Petrosian, Queen Johns. And
So-
we have already next round started,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
we have to
So,
move there quickly.
so it's enough for David Navara and for Matthias Bluebaum to make a draw to qualify further.
Exactly. So pretty interesting position. Let's take a look from the start. 1d4, g6. Here we have this King's Indian structure. Black give the pawn, bishop. This is very difficult, but I have not seen g takes f that often.
He wants actually after DE to trade the queens, to exchange the queens, so there is nothing sharp. So draw is enough for him to qualify.
Martin,
that's
I
just
lost the
that-
game. I lost the game. Okay. So
Bishop took on e5 and c5 was played. White wants to play f4 now, and then, just then, to play cd. Oh, he did it immediately. Now he has a d5 square, but it's getting sharper and sharper now. I cannot, of course, castle short, because then my king would be mated. And after bishop c3, right, it's really unbalanced position. See, that is the dream of Alexander Indic, because he has to win 2 games in a row to play the Armageddon.
yeah,
So very hard task
for him, but
for
possible.
the Serbian.
Yeah.
but
He's
still possible.
he is not only a strong player but also one of the tallest chess player.
Really?
Yeah, he's really tall.
Taller
Very-
than I am? It's not possible.
He's like 2 times me.
2 times you means he got 3 meters. Okay, he's taller. than me.
He's really tall. I think about 2 maybe. I have no idea. Never asked. But he's one of the tallest chess player. So I guess he could be really good in basketball as well. He just click one the ball in
Yeah,
the
exactly.
basket. So we have this position for him. Let's leave him here. And what do we have in the game of David Navara and Levan Pansulaya?
So
Levan
we
likes to play Benoni kind of positions, as you can
Yes,
see.
exactly. So now rook a to b1, I believe, and I believe black is doing quite fine because he has exchanged some pieces. So in Benoni, it's very useful for black to do it. So I believe he's finally in a position he likes, and he wants to, because he also needs to win 2 games in a row to make a draw in a match and then to play the
Armageddon.
Knight a2, I believe queen a5 is the only move, and then b4 will come. Pawn to b4. and he will be forced to move the queen to c7, and now I can take on c5, and if you take with the knight, I will leap with my knight to b4. Maybe at first I will take on b5, and I believe white is doing quite well here. Because I cannot go to c4, I couldn't go to c4 because then computer, wait for me, I'm not that quick. Whoa, okay, yeah. Okay, so now after bishop b3, for example, the queen would be captured.
Yeah.
That's why
stuck
queen
there.
Queen e5, a5 was played, so, and before, just as I predicted. Rook f to c1, very nice. There is a pin on the queen, so it's even better. And after c4, knight c3, okay. Now the knight stands on c3 extremely well. And I believe it puts a pressure on b5 square. So now I believe Levan Panstulaya stands worse, and even more, he has to win that game to stay in the tournament.
Yeah, if he loses this game, then he has no chance.
Even a draw is enough for white to qualify.
What is happening here? What is happening here? Are we just
e5 now?
Are we just seeing the comeback of Alexander Indic?
It's a good chance for him. But what happens if that game is really tense? a5. Oh, unpleasant, really unpleasant move. If you move your rook to a4, then I can play b5 immediately, because and rook d4 is the only move, and now the queen h5.
And
so
now it's a fork on d4 on e1.
Yes, exactly. So I believe Matthias Lubam is just losing that game. Rook d5, knight to e1, and if you take back, I will play queen f3 and just grab the pawn on e4 and I'm winning.
Yeah.
Whoa, what a game, what a game, what a match. So now it starts, really it starts now. The war of nerves. Black has to win that game.
White has some chances just to
Nice one.
Oh, nice, that's... I'm taking my words back.
Yeah, reduce the material now. The king is safe, you cannot mate it.
Yeah, it's safer now because earlier with the rooks and
rook
queens
d8,
on the
of
board.
course I wanna trade the queens immediately if possible, but of course there is now rook d3 threat, so actually it's over. The game is totally lost. Both of them know it, but of course black has to be precise.
I like this move. It sort of like pins the queen.
Yeah, rook to d3 is winning actually. Queen b6 cannot go because I'll just grab the bishop. So I believe rook d3 would be over. Rook e8 was played. f4. There was no need for black to do it, but okay, still, it's totally winning. I cannot take the pawn on b6 because I will be made at the queen c2 is winning on the spot.
Queen c2 is winning.
Right, it's already over.
And comes on d3, d2 or d1.
Yeah,
where is necessarily
and I just
necessary.
take the queen. So, David Navarra against Levan Panstulaya. I believe that now the knight on a5 is extremely well placed. He missed that, and what happens then? Oh, it's hard to predict. Black has to win. Black has to win that game to stay still in the tournament. You will have to win 2 games in a row, and now there is a threat of knight g3, knight h5. That's why king h7 was played, but still knight g3. Now white wants to go to h5 to create the mating net over that poor little guy here. Whoa.
Oh, it goes anyway.
Yeah, but here I play knight f6. King g7 is forced, knight e8, and I'll just take the most important pawn in the position. So that's why after knight h5 it's really, really hard. I believe David is just winning that game. Yep, knight f6, king g7, the only move.
No, in the game it was rook h8.
Alright. What happens now? Knight f6, king, and now queen e5 is winning. Right, David, I believe he will win that game. Easy d6, I believe. Queen h8, queen f6 check now. Now it's a draw is enough for him, and he knows it. And he doesn't want to do anything
Complicate.
more.
Yeah.
Will he? He has a chance, but I believe
He will not risk.
he shouldn't. He will not risk. 2.5 to half. Levan Pansulaya lost a
That's worst
match.
thing. Oh,
David is really,
look at Levan.
yeah, he's upset, but still he was worse in that match,
Yeah.
to be honest. And we have our lovely Maria,
In the studio.
Ave
Welcome,
Maria.
Did you say lovely or lonely?
I don't know.
Me neither. Okay, guys, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but Shirov just won his game in 16 moves.
Oh,
Yeah, let's see that.
yes.
Vlad
Wow.
Mayer played queen to h4, and the queen seems to be trapped after bishop to g5, and that's it for Mayer.
Whoa.
Yes.
So,
Oh my god.
I
what the
know.
result between those players now?
I'm
2-1
not-
for Alexei.
Shirov. Shirov.
So still one more
Yeah.
game to play, to be played.
Yeah.
But still we have the game of
Oh my god,
Dwayne Jones.
this is beautiful. Thank you very much,
Yeah,
Maria,
sure.
Thank you,
because
Maria.
we
Bishop
missed
G5,
that.
yes,
We missed
exactly.
that. Wow. We missed that wow in our commentary. And we can go back to the live game now between Manuel Petrosian and Quinn Jones.
So what's the result between them? 1-1, I believe. Yes, because it was Matthias Blubaum and David Navarra who led
We need the board back,
2-1.
please.
Yes, exactly. We have such a position f2, and Jones is trying to win that position. He is winning. King g5, king g6, still. Whoa, rook d1, rook to d3, bishop to rook to d3, and bishop to e7 is winning. Yep, exactly. And Maria will want to show it, and I will say that I have already seen it. I'm so I'm brilliant today,
You are.
and
Yeah.
and just so modest.
Yeah. You are. Really, you are.
So of course, even without the pawn, it would be winning for black, but
Yeah.
with the pawn, it's even easier.
Yeah.
King,
Somehow
queen
some-
f5,
some-
it's all over.
So some players find this position quite hard to win, but why it's so hard?
No, it's not.
really.
Against the computer, it's hard because you can't predict. Oh, yep. Nice at the end. Nice tactical motive h2, and he won the game.
Actually, with sense of the emotions, I think online chess is really good because they show emotions. They don't show over the board because they respect players
Yeah.
and opponents. Of course, you cannot do anything. We have David Navarra on the screen. Oh, great!
Dobry
Good
večer,
evening.
David.
Dobry wieczór, Gamarjoba.
So see, I said Czech, you said
David.
Polish. And
David,
Georgian.
we were wondering, would you say hello in Georgian or in Polish?
And you did
In
both.
both.
Congratulations on your win!
Congrats.
What?
Thank you very much.
What
Very convincing.
amazing!
Very convincing one.
What have you done to him, really, to my countryman? Who was that?
Okay, I didn't play a tiebreak, so I watched all the games between Mustafa Enes Yilmaz and Levan Panculaya, and I saw Levan had played this, and I recalled there was a game between, I think, Paco Vallejo and Badur Jobava in this line where Paco Vallejo was close to winning after the opening, but eventually he lost. And I think it was some European Team Championship. And I decided to repeat it. I didn't remember it exactly, but it somehow worked, even though the queen exchange was probably not the most convincing way in the first game. As for the third game, I know I was winning, but I decided to play it safely because I could drop something when being so time, and I realized I had d6 only after giving this check on h8 for the second time, and I didn't want to play queen f6 because I was afraid of some ghosts. And okay, if black plays bishop e6 in the end, I have queen f6 check to avoid a queen swap.
But still, it was enough for you to
Okay.
make a draw, right?
Yeah, very practical decision from you.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that was really really good, and really enjoyed your games. And to be honest, we have to look that once again when we get home.
Exactly.
We have to
Especially
see
the
and learn.
first one with White, I believe it's really
So, David,
worth to watch.
how do you feel for this tournament? How it's going for you?
Okay, I mean, it's difficult for me because it's a new platform, so I needed to get accustomed to it, but almost everybody needed that, I assume. And okay, I'm nervous because I'm not playing online that often, but I'm glad that I managed to demonstrate good play both yesterday and today. I mean, there were some games where I didn't. In the first game against Eltach Safari, I got outplayed in the opening, then got a good position again, and then spoiled it once again in the mutual time trouble.
So now you have time to rest, and I believe you will prepare against your opponent for tomorrow, because only 4 of you stand still in the tournament.
Yeah. David,
did you expect such a result after 2 days that you will play for medals? What was your plan before that?
Okay, I thought I could beat anyone and anyone could beat me in this group of 16 players. So I prepared only for the first match because I was unable to predict the outcome of the second one, but I also looked at my previous game against Levan Panculaya from the qualification because it was not convincing on my part, and I realized I was even worse, and that at that game I found an improvement. By the way, if White plays bishop f4 instead of f4 in this line from the last game, there is knight h5, an interesting exchange offer which was recently played by Badur Jobava in one Blitz tournament.
All right, we'll look at it because, a lot of games are being played and we try to analyze as much as possible, so we cannot focus so deeply.
David, you are the member of Polish team Vasco Hetman Katowice for years, I guess.
Tell us about I'm playing on the third board.
Alongside with Duda and Radek and many Polish stars. And Martin was so happy to announce that his team won this year.
Finally, we somehow, of course, we lost against your team. As usual, it's a history of losing to Vasco Katowice of Polonia Wrocław. So, how many championships of the country do you have in your career, not only in Poland, but also in Czech and other leagues? Have you counted
I don't know actually, but in the Czech Republic it's around 5. In Poland a bit more, because to the strongest Czech team only, okay, it must be more than 5, maybe 6. I don't calculate it, frankly speaking, but the interesting detail is that Vasco Hetman Katowice first took the gold medal when I was absent, because I was playing round robin Grandmaster tournament in Karlovy Vary, Carlsbad, in 2007. But the team surprisingly won the first match as favorites 5-1 and eventually had a better tiebreak than
I've heard that Vasco Hetman Katowice has won 9 times. Is that correct?
Might be. I thought times, but I'm not sure.
10.
I don't remember it.
That's a great number.
It's interesting that Hetman Katowice is almost always winning against Wrocław, and we were very often losing to Polonia Warszawa. But Polonia Warszawa is no longer there, so it contributed to our success.
Yay! All right, David.
So we will prepare. You will wait for the results now of the match and then find out. You will find out your opponent for tomorrow, right?
Yes, I know it must be someone from the starting numbers 2, 15, 7, and 10, but I have no idea who is hiding under those numbers.
All
right. So we want to chat with you really as much as we can, but we know that you have to prepare for your game and we have other games to comment. So thank you very much,
Thank
David,
you very much, David, for your
time. And
Goodbye, see you
congratulations.
Bye.
And yeah, see him tomorrow.
Yeah,
See him
exactly.
tomorrow. So very nice try, Martin, to talk with him in
Yeah.
Czech. Oh. So we have games already. We have games already.
Yes. So actually only one more game.
Yeah. Yeah. Only one more game. No, we have 3 games. So Jones Gwyn.
Gawain
Gawain
Jones
Jones,
against
oh my
Manuel
God.
Petrosyan.
Yes.
So what happened in that game? I'm really curious because now what happens after knight f8 is that I will take on g5.
Sorry.
No,
And
no,
you
my-
wish? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. But
I don't know,
after
I'm just shaking. I don't know why. I got
because I'm
6
here. After fg, you cannot escape with the knight from f8. That's the problem of white. And now, of course, he
I
took
love the
on-
knight on e5.
Yeah, and now f4 was played, gf, gf, and I believe after rook f8, for example, a black would be, oh, no, there is a bishop on b7 still. So after fe and I don't know, queen e5, black is doing extremely well. How did it happen in the game? What was the opening? And now the computer does not want to show it automatically. Of course, it's always like that. So
And
it's
it's
sort of
female
a s-
computer, so you don't understand it.
Right. And now it shows, yeah, of course. It has its own life. Knight d5,
Knight
knight,
d5, beautiful
and now
sacrifice.
f4. Ow. Brilliant
Wow. Wow. I
game.
like it.
G. Yeah, it was very, very sharp. I'm curious what's the result between those players. I believe that I don't know.
You don't know. I'll let me check.
If you can. Check me if you can. It would be the best
I know.
chess movie.
There
Check me if you can.
Check if you can.
Because there was a movie, yeah.
There, if you can. There.
No, it was with Tom Hanks and
I know, that's not
Leonardo
different.
DiCaprio. Catch me if you can. So
Catch me if
check
you
me if you can. It will be the chess response to that. So what's the position here? It's quite tense. Do you have the result?
Not yet.
All
I
right.
hope I will get one day soon. So, let's take a look maybe to the next game. Here we have more pieces on the board.
All right, so 2-1 in favor of Matthias Bluebaum because he won his 2 first game and then he lost a game. So now the position is very tense, and actually I believe Black is doing extremely well, and he should even win that position. Knight f8, Bishop c5 was played. I believe that Knight f8 was even better, but still I believe
Bishop d5 can be played here or not. We need to get this knight out of h7 there.
But it may leap to f3, g5, a4. I just have a passed pawn. I wanna go as far as possible. Just fly
Yeah,
as
a4
far as
looks
you can.
Nice.
Rook f to c1 will be played.
Bishop d7.
Alright, still on bishop b or d7. Yeah, black should be winning actually that position, to be
Yeah.
honest. So it's extremely hard. It was in the game actually. Rook b1, bishop to d7. He wants to exchange the rooks, and then the knight someday will just jump on g5. Of course, I want to take on c5, so knight e1. I can even grab that pawn, that rook on c5, but a3 was played, so actually it's winning for black. The
Yeah.
position is totally winning for
The
black.
pawn on a3 is extremely strong. Oh, hold on. The pawn on b4 will be gone.
But I will play rook d8 now, and I just grab that pawn. And that pawn.
And then h5.
And draw is enough for me, so I'm more than satisfied with such exchanges in that game. So we have still the game of Gawain Jones against Manuel Petrosyan. The knight on e5 is really a power of black.
Yeah.
It controls everything. That's very important. When on c4, on g6.
The
it
knight
may
was
go-
here from the start of the game and
Yeah,
still
almost.
is here. That's
Right.
really nice. Yeah. And here we have b pawn and g and h gun. as we predicted.
Yeah, but still, I believe. Okay, now I'll grab the pawn on e5, and it will be more than enough to make a draw, which is good for black. Oh, knight e7, knight c6 will go, but then I will lose the pawn on b3. So either on e5 or on b3 will be lost, and I believe that it would be enough for black to qualify further for Matthias. Knight f5.
Shirov won the game. The match between himself and Maya.
Yeah,
So Shirov stays and Maya is
out.
out.
So Radek is upset.
Yeah,
Still upset
probably.
because he lost to Georg Maya.
Yeah.
And here, what happens in that match? I play d5, maybe? No, bishop f7.
Here we have Gwenjon in advance with 1 point, so the result is 2-1, and draw is enough for him.
But he's pawn down and should be losing that position. Somehow.
Why should we losing? It's not pawn down. It's you don't see the pawn on c2.
Oh, yeah, right. But still, there's pawn on c2,
It's
b3, a4.
so not good to have the fixed pawns on the color of the bishop that it looks wrong.
And now h3, and black is winning. King g5. I just grabbed that pawn, and the pawn ending is winning for black.
So we might have tie in here if Petrosian managed to win.
So
it can
one
be 2-2.
more Armageddon, right?
Oh, you're getting so excited about that. Yeah, we might have it.
I believe it will happen.
So hard to play with this bishop at the same
He
color.
already knows.
Yeah, he knows that.
Gawain already knows what's going on.
Oh,
Yes, he knows.
yeah, he knows.
Bishop e4 is enough.
They
Bishop
finished?
e4. Yep. Yeah, bishop c2. It's enough for black to win. Just
Yeah,
told you he will win.
yeah.
You didn't believe me.
I did not.
You
I didn't believe you.
start. So okay, so we have how many Armagons? We have Maria in the studio. Hi.
Hi, I'm back.
Cool.
So, as you already know, Shirov has won his game and Mayer is out. So I just wanted to show you how it actually happened. So here we have black, Shirov, who played knight to f5, and Mayer chose the worst possible square for his queen,
f4.
f4. And unfortunately, I'm sure you know what's going to happen, Martin, because you
Anything
are such
takes
a
on
great
d4 and
chess
winning.
player. Yes, so rook takes it on d4, and there's a fork on
little
e5.
pawn
Yes.
comes there.
So, as I said, the worst possible square for the queen.
I believe g4 would be even worse.
Yes, but he couldn't jump from e3 to...
So
G4,
g5
right?
then. G5, you're right. You're right.
I got you. Finally, you made a mistake. Okay,
Once
and
in
even
lifetime.
even now, knight to d5, and he got himself into even bigger trouble because after the capturing on d5, he has to recapture, and there's knight to e2 with another fork in this game.
2 forks in one game. It's like
with
he
the
had
knight.
dinner and some sweets at the same time.
In the same
for the
time.
meal. You guys, I'm not hungry. I'm not talking about the meal because of that. But very beautiful game. Thank you, Maria, for
Thank you,
bringing
Maria.
that. Yeah.
So we have for sure. Oh, we have the results. So we have only one Armageddon. 3 people are already playing for medals: Alexei Shirov, Matthias Bluebaum, and David Navarra. And still we wait for Armageddon between Petrosian and Jones. It will happen just in a moment, and then we will we'll know the top 4 players of the tournament of the European Championship in Blitz, online, held by Polish city Katowice, and hopefully next year the same event will be played over the board also in Katowice. Would you rather participate over the board tournament, or would you like to comment it?
That's always very tricky, very tricky. I would comment it,
Really?
to be honest. Yeah.
Fine. Maybe I'll finally play such a tournament, but of course I don't think I would be able to win it or to
You want to run away from me and Maria? I see.
We will also ask Maria about her feelings. Because if she plays in such a tournament, she's one of the favorites there. So Maria, how do you feel if such a tournament will be held in Katowice next year over the board? Would you like rather to comment such an event or to play in such an event?
Hard question. As I said, I prefer staying at home and playing.
Singing
chess
at
on-
home, you say?
Sitting at home, right.
All right.
Staying at home.
Under the shower.
Yes. Thinking of you, obviously.
Finally, you admit it.
Okay, but if it's going to be such a huge event as usual in Katowice, I would much more prefer to take part in it and to have
Win
a
it.
chance to finally play chess and look at my opponent's eyes.
That's good question. That's
Good.
what it
Yeah, I'm kind of
to
missing
her.
a human touch and human contact. So, as you know, I'm here in Studio 2 all alone. I can only see you on a screen. So,
Yeah, yeah.
as I said, it
We
would
have-
be super cool to
Okay.
play
Yeah.
over the board.
Thank you, Maria. We have
Thank
to
you,
see
Maria, very
our
much.
guest on the screen too. And welcome, Alexei Shirov, and congratulations.
Привет, Elios.
Thank you very much. Hello, Marcin, and you're
Katie.
Katie, right?
Yep.
I'm Katie.
Yes, yes,
I'm
yes.
Katie. Yes.
So congrats for qualifying to top 4 players. What were your feelings before the tournament? What were your aims?
Well, hard to say. I mean, normally I play such tournaments like like that was the qualification one. Normally I play them for fun because I never expect a lot. But okay, I tried to play well, but then I was actually playing badly, and then I was incredibly lucky against Mikhail Michidashvili. I think it was round 8.
yeah.
Okay, I won from lost position, which sometimes happens in a blitz game in last seconds. And then, okay, I'm suddenly with the fact that because of this such big luck, I have some chances to qualify. And okay, then I concentrated. I think I won quite a good game against Diak. Although I don't understand what happened to him because he spent 2 minutes for one move. I don't know if he had disconnected or if he had connection problems or he just thought for 2 minutes. in
Hard
one
to
move,
say,
which is
hard to
not
say.
Very not typical for Blitz, of course. Okay,
Very
so
likely that he was
anyway,
maybe
it was not my
disconnected.
fault that he spent 2 minutes for one move, and then it was a very complicated position, and somehow I managed to use my time advantage. So I tried to make it more and more complicated every time, and my calculation was quite good. And for him, it was very difficult to calculate with that time. Okay, so suddenly I qualified, and then today, okay, against Mikhail Demidov, I played before and I had a good score, so I was optimistic. But in fact, things turned not so well. I think he played, well, I played much worse than I expected today against Demidov, and I think he would be deserved winner. Okay, and then
Alexei, I have to ask
Yeah.
about that move that you played rook h1. And your opponent did not actually capture the bishop.
well, okay,
H1.
these things happen in Blitz.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I played rook h1 and I realized what I did, and then I
Yes.
saw suddenly he played h5. Okay, good. The game continues.
Yes, exactly. Of course, it happens. It's just part of a game, yeah, when you play, especially online, because over the board, I believe he would find it immediately. So maybe.
And
this-
he will not play also.
No,
Okay,
you can easily
to be
make
honest.
mistake on the board as well. I don't think
Yeah.
there is such a big difference. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you rather prefer to play online or over the board?
Oh, what to say? You know, when the whole thing started in March, first I was reluctant to play online at all. I only started in May, early May, to play
Alright.
some very small online tournaments. Okay, but then somehow I got more accustomed to that, and no, well, obviously I would still like to play some rapid and blitz tournaments on the board, but right now it's just impossible because I am in Riga in Latvia, and we're completely locked down. Unfortunately, things went worse also in my country. It was very good the situation with the coronavirus until October, but just when I came back from Spain, no, it seems that I just brought this coronavirus to everyone.
I believe it's not the
Don't
case.
blame yourself. Don't blame yourself.
And okay, so now, and also, I don't. Okay, if I continue thinking about this, I cannot understand why in Latvia they locked down chess already as early as on 15th of October. On 15th of October, we made some very small rapid tournament in Riga. For example, Evgeny Sveshnikov participated, some Latvian masters. I managed to score 100%, so I was very happy. But then it turned out this was the last on-board tournament in the whole country. So I'm okay. Since then, I'm not really expecting much offline play. I mean, so
Yeah.
So
Alexei, last question. What chess book would you recommend us and our viewers to study?
well, you expect me to say Fire on Board, right? Both Fire on Board and Fire on Board 2. But okay, maybe I would like to be nice to some other participants of this tournament. So, for example, Gavin Jones wrote very good books about Dragon, and so basically just all the books written by players who were playing today. I think.
all right. So that as well.
That's
will
a
be
nice
done.
way to say about his book. Very nice,
Okay.
Alexei. Very nice.
Thank
you
you.
very much for your time. Good luck tomorrow.
Good luck tomorrow.
Thank
And
you
see
very
you.
Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye. So now we will see in a few minutes
The game's already started.
already started. Okay, so we have Armageddon, right?
We have
Only-
Armageddon.
So Manuel Petrosyan has to win against Gawain Jones, playing with white, and Gawain plays with black.
For him, two results is convenience, draw, and win, of course, for white.
Yeah.
Manuel needs only win to go to the next
All right. So what
stage.
happens after knight g4? For example, if I play knight g4 now, maybe bishop g5, and I believe I can exchange the dark squared bishops, and it would be good for black. What happened here was ed and knight c5 put some pressure on the pawn on e4. What happens now? I believe bishop f3 or maybe f3, but after f3 d5,
D5 is
is
really
possible, but
tempting.
still the knight is hanging on d5 on c5, so I'll take and do some tricks, maybe something like knight c to b5 just to take knight f5 bishop c5. What happened in the game was knight h5, so the bishop is also attacking here. I can leap with the knight on f4 if needed. Of course, I have only one weakness on d6, but I believe it's not enough. And black is doing extremely fine here, so I believe Gawain may be satisfied with the position after the opening g3. And of course, f5 might be played immediately just to attack. But I'm not sure after f5, ef, gf, and f4. I attack the bishop, I attack the knight, so probably it's not possible. He'll have to find a solution for that thing. He's running out of time. It's the problem for black because at the beginning he has got only knight g3, the sacrifice
my
here.
God.
Draw is enough, but still he wants to
That's why I
win.
think he played that. It opens chances for him to maybe perpetual check.
But still, white just give away the rook for two minor pieces and two pawns. Queen h4, for example, then bishop f2 is not possible, but rook e2 is possible. And f5, I believe it will be played in the game. Not much time left for black. He really has to play fast.
Yeah. 3 minutes and 30 seconds versus 3 minutes and 4 seconds. That's for the moment on the time.
Yeah, exactly. And draw is enough for black to qualify, but the position is quite hard for him. So Manuel Petrosyan, I believe, is in favor in that position. But still, of course, both of players have to be extremely focused Queen to f2, so the trade of the queens. How about that? You have to do it. Then f5. F5 will be played, yeah. Put the pressure on the central pawns. F is the possibility for black. EF, bishop f5, I believe, will be played.
And then f3 will be target for black.
Yeah, exactly, but I believe that in that position it's hard to attack more. So still white is thinking, what about the time? B4, very nice, 96. So trade the knights.
Knight takes, bishop takes, and then
Right.
it takes and bishop takes. That might happen in the game.
EF was played.
EF.
EF, knight to d4, bishop takes back, bishop f5, rook e7, then rook f7. So now knight e4 maybe, but then I will take and try to play rook to a to e8. I believe if I were asked, I would choose black to make a draw in that position rather than white to win. It's easier for black to play. Less pieces, less problems. It's always like that.
Very nice played. Set.
Right. So bishop e2, maybe rook a to e8. Knight to e4 was played, so for sure immediately. And now the only way is rook a to e8. So what happens then? What is better, rook and 2 pawns or two bishops, pair of bishops, b6 or a6? A6 played.
I don't know. I like 2 bishops.
Yeah, but still not many pawns left, so
Yeah.
I believe it should be enough for black to make a draw. In that position f4, but rook e4, okay, king f7, of course, go to the center with the king. There is no square for the rook. H5, of course.
Looks nice.
Push the pawn.
And what's very important here, black should not risk. She should play risk-free game, not open up the position.
Yeah, exactly. But AB, CB. So he wants to create a passer on the queen side. I cannot play c5 and then because of a5,
Rook
a6,
c8, I
right?
think that rook c8
Yeah,
just to
rook
defense.
c8 should be played, but still some b6, a5, a6 chances, a5
Or-
immediately.
Or instead of rook c8, maybe c takes b.
C takes b, then a takes b, and the pawn is hanging.
Rook e7.
Rook e7, right, bishop d5. Maybe after cb I can play some sort of a5. May I or not? Bishop d5 at first I can try.
Yeah.
Bishop
These
d5, king
Bishops are
f5.
very dangerous.
AB, rook e7, something like that will happen. Rook c8 was played, and now bc, I believe a5 was better. And now I push the pawn, bishop b6, right, a5, a6, so d5.
d5 should be there just to close at least one bishop.
Yeah, okay, but after a5 I want to get the bishop here maybe.
Oh,
So it's very hard for black to defend. What's the time? d5 played, a6, a7, bishop c5, a6, a7. Control the pawns, and then the king has to go to d8.
yeah.
Right, it was in the game.
Yeah.
Bishop a6, of course. I push the pawn as far as possible. a7 will have to be played. King b7, maybe at first. Rook, bishop h3, a7.
King is going to
King
the
is going
king
to,
side pawns.
yeah, exactly. Grab the pawns as fast as possible. Rook b8, activity of the rook, a7. So the rook stands on the third rank. Rook b3, king h4 will be played for
and
sure.
king b7 is
of course.
mandatory.
And here I believe bishop a3 with the idea of bishop c8, but then the rook on c5. Extremely interesting position.
Yeah, it's so interesting position. I think here black has some chances because bishop a6 will be met
King
by
a8.
king a8. And
Oh,
how
okay.
white is winning here? The idea is to play bishop c8, bishop d8, d7, and bishop c6. That's an idea.
Right, but still the rook, when the rook stands here, rook f3 for example, rook b3.
Yeah, just chase the
chase
bishop.
the bishop. Good chance of Gawain Jones to qualify further. Bishop g1, rook b1, rook b1. I just attacked the bishop. Rook b2,
Two, yeah.
king g3 maybe. Only
H4,
chance
H4.
king f3, but it's the only chance. Rook c2, protect the pawn on c6. Rook d2.
C5. Oh my
and
god.
I take the pawn on
A7.
A7.
Oh my god.
Black
That
is
will
trying
turn
to
the
win.
tables. That will turn the
Yes,
tables.
exactly. Bishop E5, Rook to D2, but now Bishop B8. King. No, Bishop B8 was the mandatory move, and now two bishops are weaker than the rook.
And 3 pawns.
Yes,
King
King C6. Bishop E5, C4 or D4, G5.
G5.
I just want to trade the pawns, and it will be enough to make a draw. Yes, exactly. King F4, Bishop, Rook F1.
Rook F1, Rook F1, Rook
F4.
takes, Rook takes.
Rook takes F4.
Come on, take it.
Rook takes F4 in this hole.
D4.
And now he took a pawn and he is qualified.
We saw that he has this.
He already has a draw. He won that game because White just gave up.
Yeah.
White just gave up.
Look at
so-
his smile. Look at his smile. He's so happy. He's so
very
satisfied.
tense, very tense game. Very tense game. So
Well
we
played.
have top 4 players already known. They
Well
are
played.
Alexei Shirov, Matthias Bluebaum, Gawain Jones, and David Navarra. So tomorrow they will play for medals. And now we have our Maria in the studio. What did you prepare for us?
What a game, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I was really nervous. But in the meantime, I managed to find some bloopers of Mr. Jones. So I know he's a winner, but I wanted to remind everyone that grandmasters are also human beings. And
You want to show us some dark sides of him,
yes,
I see.
yes, exactly.
Don't talk
So-
about me.
Not this time. Okay, so do you know something that is called the poisoned pawn? I'm sure
First-
you do.
No, it's the first time I hear
For
it.
those who don't know it, I just want you to show that a poisoned pawn is something that you cannot capture because you will be in a really bad position. So
How?
now the bishop took the pawn on b2, right?
Right.
It seems everything is all right because then he will take the pawn on a3 and that's it. But unfortunately, there's a rook to b1, and as you can probably see, if the bishop takes the pawn on a3, now white can capture the pawn on b7 with a fork on queen and the rook.
Oh.
Yeah, and nothing works because if you choose to
Yes.
yes to
Go where?
protect the bishop, it doesn't really work because now
Why?
we can go with
Ah,
our
knight
knight to
e4.
Oh,
e4,
very nice.
and there is a double attack on the bishop.
That's very nice. Thank you very much,
Thank
Maria.
you, Maria.
We have an interview waiting for us, for our viewers. Gwen Jones on the back at our studio. We see you are so satisfied. And please tell us, we gave you such a good luck and good vibes after our interview that you just crushed your opponents. Is that true?
Not quite crushed, no. I made it very hard work with the. In both matches, I just needed to draw with white, and I lost those games to bring it to another game. So, yeah, tired now.
But in the Armageddon,
Cool.
I must tell you, you have your nerves really. Unbelievable fight in the last round.
Yeah, Martin felt bad, like bad to see what was going on because it was so
Yeah.
exciting for
Knight
us to
G3
comment.
was really brave decision, I must say.
Oh yeah, but I don't want to just suffer to make the draw.
Yeah.
I had some game in Vikensay in the biggest game of my life probably to win the challenges, and I only needed to draw, and I sacrificed a piece the same way. And afterwards I went, "Are you crazy? You only needed to draw." Yeah, I can't resist.
Yeah, but it's better way to sacrifice and to have a sharp position. So for free results, not only try to make a draw, right?
Yeah, and it's easier to play quickly when you have the initiative, I think.
Yeah, of course.
Was there a moment in the Armageddon game when you felt that, oh, I missed it, I might lose this game?
Yeah, when I let him have the pass pawn with the bishops, and I was very scared then. Oh no,
Yeah.
it's gone.
I believe he could have played a5 instead of taking on c6 immediately. a5 was also quite a possibility.
Yeah, that sounds very horrible.
Yeah,
Luckily I didn't see it.
but okay, we would like to congratulate you with the result. And
Yeah.
tomorrow we play for medals, right?
Yeah, very close to gold medal. Tell us how it happened. Like you choose the color, or it was draw lots.
It was a draw of lots, which he won, and then he chose white.
All right.
So
He
I
chose
was happy
white.
because I would have chosen black. So
So you both agreed, actually, you know, it was fair for you.
yeah, so we were happy. Very
Everybody happy.
But after the game, the only person can be happy. So it's actually you today.
You cannot
yeah,
resist. We
but he must
saw
have
your
been
face.
completely exhausted. He went to both Armageddons. He played every possible game today. At
Yeah.
least I had
Yeah.
a little break.
Yeah, well, congratulations once again. We really enjoyed not only your games but also your emotions. And we wish you good luck tomorrow. Go for gold. We will support you
Yeah, I'll try.
together with your fans. And yeah, see you tomorrow.
Thank you
hopefully.
very much for your
Thanks.
time.
See you tomorrow.
Bye. All right, so we have only 4 players left after 2 days of the European Championship in Blitz. So here we see the results. Alexei Shirov won against Georg Maya 3-1. Matthias Blubaum against Alexander Indic 3-1. David Navarra against Grandmaster Panstulaya 11 Panstulaya 2.5 to half. It was enough. And Gawain Jones won his Armageddon against Manuel Petrosian. So 3-2 was the result. So we know top 4 players.
It's time to call Mario back in the studio and reveal the results of our contest. And we might know the person who will get our lovely gifts. Which is still alive.
Yep.
In our studio. Martin
Yeah,
wants
hi.
to take it, but
Will not allow them. They didn't allow me to do it. Maria, you are already here.
Yes, I'm already here.
You're faster than
and
the speed of love.
I bring some great news for the winner.
Right?
Because as you know, we had a contest and we asked you 3 questions. One was a bonus one, which was kind of a joke, but Marcin didn't know the answer, so that was the joke for us. Okay, never mind. Let's do the questions and the answers.
yeah.
The first question was, where did the game of chess come from? Well, the answer is obvious. It came from India.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do the other one. What is the highest FIDE Blitz rating scored by a player ever on a rating list? It was 2,986 by Magnus Carlsen in 2017.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
Brilliant.
Yes, that's crazy. And the third one. What was Alhein's favorite pet? It was a cat named Chess. And
Oh, it's a
obviously,
gangster cat. Look at him. It's such a gangster cat.
Yeah, the big one.
they actually look
Pet cat.
alike.
That's actually quite interesting to call your pet Chess. I never thought about that.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
me
Natalia Hin, obviously, but that's quite interesting ideas.
And
for pets.
what's your favorite pets, girls?
I have a dog. His name is Amsterdam. We call him Asti, and he's my all-time favorite pet
All
person,
right.
whatever. I love him so much.
And Maria?
I had a dog named Dunaj,
What?
which is
Dunaj.
a river.
Tonight. Ah, okay.
You know it, right?
the
But
schönen
unfortunately,
blauen
he
Dunaj,
passed
yeah?
away.
Oh,
Oi,
okay.
sad. What about you, Martin?
I still have a dog. Actually, my parents have a doggy called Runa, and she's my favorite now because sometimes I have to take care of her. So.
That's
Or
not-
maybe she over me. Never mind.
Didn't know that.
So okay, so
Okay, so maybe I will announce the winner, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Oh, that's why we
finally.
called you here.
Okay, so the winner is
Me.
no, a person named 85 Checkmate, whatever that means. But please
checkmate
contact
is
us.
the end of the game.
No. Okay, so he or she won, and congratulations
Yeah,
to this
how-
person because he managed to solve the contest and answer the questions. So,
Yeah.
And how
It's
about
quite
the
a-
bonus
it's-
question?
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
we forgot
it.
about
you
it.
That's
forgot
it.
about it.
So, why don't artists win chess tournaments? because they only like to draw.
Got me.
Yeah.
You didn't know the answer. You checked it.
Yeah, of
Come
course.
on. After we were like, Martin, we have some questions for you, and you sneaked
Yeah.
in the computer and you checked it.
Yeah, that was my only possibility actually
He
to
has
win that
someone
competition.
inside who's telling him some stuff
Yeah,
that we
so we
don't
gotta
want him
search
to
that.
know.
By this micro
Yeah.
We're gonna search that.
earphone, right?
We
So
have to sort that, yeah.
for the person who won the contest, please contact us, any of us. We will be happy to give you more a guideline for how to get the collect the
prizes.
gifts. We need your address. We need your name. You will get these gifts for sure. We promise. And yeah.
Actually,
Also, I think we should encourage our viewers to talk to us, just to comment, ask us questions if you have any. We will be glad to answer them
of
all.
course.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the work. It was really amazing, really pleasant. Very good to have Maria back.
Yeah.
It
Good to be
really,
back.
really,
I feel great today.
Yep.
really keeps Martin at his
Focus.
best level to joke.
Yeah, we have to talk about it later.
We will for sure.
And thank you very much for the viewers who handled this and who were staying with us.
Don't make me such a monster.
No. We really enjoyed that. We really enjoyed that. And please come tomorrow at the same time, same place, and share the link among your friends, because I'm sure many people would like to know more about chess. And see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow. Thank you.